think about getting up.
And I was like,
What do you want?
no, it's 7:06. You
No,
get
it's
one of
totally.
those naps where it just fucking.
It's all right. Shit happens. Ain't no big deal. We're good. We're chilling. We got everybody that's gonna be here tonight. Um, I do need to fix my little light, so I'm gonna brighten them up just a touch. I look like. Oof. There we go. And then we gotta go here, and I need that opened to Twitch. Perfect. By the way, tomorrow, Ben, they're doing the War Thunder esports Discord thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch, just open it and leave it open in a tab. You'll get a Panther skin. I don't know which Panther it's for, but it's like a German 6.0-ish tank. Last week was a plane. I didn't even realize that I didn't get it. And then next week, I think, is I want to say it's an SU-24 skin. I don't know. It's the air battle challenge going on right now.
Oh, cool.
Anyway. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right, hello all, and welcome to our tabletop adventure. We fancy ourselves a crew LikelyAMimic, or 4/6 of them, 2/3. That's our handle on most, if not all, socials. Please go check out all the past sessions on YouTube. There are plenty. There is like 60 billion. It's probably 60 something. I don't know. It's up there. Okay, there's a few.
Farther than that.
There's a few. I think we're on 67. I think maybe. Nope, we're on 68. I put 67 in tonight's thing. That's fine. We're on 68. It's okay. I'll fix it. There we go. Yeah. YouTube, LikelyAMimic search bar, easy find. There's a ton of the videos. We've been playing for 3 years ish now. But occasionally we do have some things go wrong here and there, like an audio issue or a video issue. If something happens, if the bitrate goes to crap, let me know. I'll do my best to fix it. There's not a whole lot I can do about the bitrate, unfortunately. That's Cox Cable. And they hate me because I call and yell when the internet's out.
As you should.
As it's my American right.
Correct.
Anyways. Yeah, we're fine. It's I forgot where I was. What was I saying? I forgot where I was, guys. Adam fucked up my plan.
We've already went over technical issues.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So, if you notice anything, let us know. I'll do my best to fix it. That out of the way, collectively, we thank you for your patience, your viewership, and your time. It genuinely means the world to me and the rest of us. That you want us to watch us be fucking nerds, and infinitely more so that you supported us through our transition from game style from one to the other when I had my issues with Hasbro. I still have my issues with Hasbro, but because we took that 6 to 8 months hiatus, I didn't want to torture my players again by making them relearn a system that we played for 6 weeks and then stopped playing. That seemed rude. So next game we play, we've already talked about this, Adam and I, that we're thinking about doing a modern setting, like a survival setting in a modern sense than doing something like this. So it'll be a lot more like percentage-based play style. So it'll be a little different. And thanks for watching our past sessions, and we look forward to meeting you folks as well. So skip the halftime break shit. Character intros really quickly. We are doing a split off, like a mini campaign within our standard campaign. It was supposed to be concluded prior to Halloween, but we all had shit go wrong in October. Had to deal with it. Every weekend, somebody had some shit going backwards, and it was a bad week. So it was a bad month. It was supposed to conclude the week prior to Halloween, and then on Halloween we were supposed to play our Halloween week. I think it was 26 or something. Was that Saturday? We were supposed to play our Halloween session. So we will still be proceeding through that list. It just won't coincide with Halloween this time. Unfortunately, we'll be a month late. Whatever. I don't really care. I can make up whatever day is whatever holiday I want it to be. I don't have to subscribe to your calendar.
Fuck your calendar.
So quick player intros tonight. We are missing Nick and Cass. Cass has to work tomorrow, unfortunately, so he can't be up late. And then Nick is on vacation for 2 weeks, so we won't see Nick next week either. It must be nice, right?
But we all know he is absolutely sloshed right now, right?
I want to say yes, but he didn't buy the drink package because it's like $80 a day, and he's on a
much to get drunk. So
no.
Like,
Who listen? Who goes
Light
on
jeans.
a cruise and
Nick,
doesn't buy?
I can answer that question, Nick.
Nick,
Obviously.
yeah.
It's also really expensive, so I don't blame him.
I don't blame him. I hear it. I hear you. But if you do the math of how much you probably drink on a cruise, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's cheaper. It's always cheaper. That's the downside to that.
All right, listen. When I was working for that company and they sent us on a company cruise, they gave us like $500 in credit on the ship. So we everybody bought the drink package, so we were all getting drunk the whole time. And then half of us had like $200 or $300 left in ship credit, and you can't if you leave the ship, it gets absorbed by the ship. That's like they have it basically. So all of us just went to the fucking blackjack table
and blew it.
Yeah, well, I started with I think 280, and I ended up like a 280 in ship money, right? So like tokens essentially, not real money. And I left I cashed out $600 in cash.
If you go on a cruise and make money, a cruise that you didn't pay for,
right? Positive experience. And then another guy that I had worked with, he had, I want to say, 150 left, and he ended up walking out with 900 from playing craps. And then another guy was like 1,400 or something playing craps.
Hell yeah.
I don't understand craps. I think it's complex as hell. I get it. I just don't know how to bet properly to hit the right margins, and that's my issue. So I don't do it. It's
I
much.
don't blame you actually at all on that. It's
craps is complicated on purpose.
Yeah. It's complicated and convoluted specifically to get people to want to play it, and then for them to not, for them to lose their money.
Listen, I'm a slots guy.
I am not a slots guy. I'm not going to give a computer my money.
I like poker.
I do enjoy poker.
I like 3-card poker, or I'm not a big fan of Texas Hold'em. I like 3-card poker.
Have you ever done 2-card Hold'em?
I've not. No.
It's not bad. I enjoy that one a lot.
Quick turnover.
That's exactly what it is. They're quick hands.
Yeah, that's why I like blackjack.
And the people usually playing 2-card.
Yeah, so I like blackjack too.
Got money that they don't know how to spend, so they just they'll bet anything on 2-card.
Yeah,
sure.
Every round's like less than a minute half the time.
Well, and half the time is they'll be like, "Oh, I've got a pair. I'm gonna win this fucking hand," but the other guy's got a fucking full house.
I think the reason I like blackjack more than I like Texas Hold'em, for example, is I'm only battling the house. I'm not battling the players in the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it gives me one opponent to focus on. I don't have to look at the people around me and try and read them.
That's fair.
Anyways, quick character intros. Ben, do you want to go first? You're the first on our little list of people here.
I am playing a Hexblood rogue.
Correct.
Named Ty. I don't know how to say his last name because you never told me how you spelled his last name.
Oh my god, how did I do it?
It looks like Mansharn.
Yep.
Mansharn.
Sure.
Sure, we'll go with Mansharn.
Yeah. I want to say it was generated, like I just used a name generator.
That's fair. He's a Hexblood rogue.
For anybody who doesn't understand what a Hexblood is, it's at some point in his bloodline, he was a human variant of some sort, and then was cursed, and he appears to be a tiefling. He's very similar in appearance to tiefling. They look a little different. They're kind of close. He has horns. That's the important thing to know.
Yeah. And he's just happy to be
edgy,
here.
but not that edgy.
Yeah.
He's happy to be here, actually. He's a happy guy.
Well, he was crying last session. I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, you did kill his
He's
friend.
crying for sure.
Just saying.
Happy guy.
Lee saved her is all I'm saying. A thank you would be nice. Adam, do you want to talk about your character?
Yeah. Well, hello, fuckers. My name is Adam, and I play Bernard Bloodmaw Klin. He is a gladiator that's been around the block one too many times, and is supposed to be celebrating the night before his last victory. That's going to lead him to freedom and earning his wooden sword, as you other degenerates wouldn't know what the actual name of that thing is. But
So Rudis is what it was called.
I was trying to dumb it down for Ben.
I was also here when he wrote your character.
That's fair. That's
so
fair.
fuck you.
But he's the night before, celebration right before his last gladiatorial fight. If he survived, he's supposed to be granted his freedom. As we have all seen from the previous session, he's not exactly what's happened, and the world has gone to shit thanks to some assholes somewhere out there by the name of the barnyardigans.
Oh man, those pieces of shit.
Yeah,
I just,
assholes, man.
you know, those like the movies that are like the guy will go outside in the rain and he'll just like throw his hands up in the air and yell.
Yes.
Barnyardigans. That's what I see.
Okay, they're wanted in every continent.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean that's pretty much it. He was spending his last night having fun with all of the people, getting his drinks, sleeping with somebody's woman, and then
somebody else's
the
sister.
floor. Yeah, and somebody else's sister, and then the world went to shit. And so now we are trying to survive, like the best people that we are.
Okay. Lee, I know you probably don't remember. It's been a month, but do you remember anything about your halfling?
Yeah, definitely. He's a life domain cleric, and he likes to at night. He likes to use a fog and like beat his Goliath, his pet Goliath.
What?
Because he's not here. He's gonna make up some weird shit.
Yeah, there's nobody that can refute this right now.
This is Cass's fault, and you know it.
Canon.
Dude.
It's canon.
But yeah, no, he's a halfling, and we still don't really know how he and Ruse got together, but we do know that Ruse, Yule and Ruse are basically family now.
Sure.
Well, yeah.
So that's what happens when you flog people.
Every cleric needs a big dog.
You're right. Every cleric does need a big dog.
Does he have a collar?
Yeah.
And
Now he does.
Now he does.
You guys are so fucked up. The worst part is Cass would be asleep, so he wouldn't be able to argue it anyway.
Correct. This is the kind of shit we do to people's characters when they're not here.
Cass is actually watching the Twitch right now and is like, these motherfuckers.
He would either be so high he'd be like, what? Or
yeah, sure.
Oh my god. Or he'd be asleep.
But,
One or the other.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I haven't played him that much yet, but basic cleric dude. He likes
Sure.
to.
Well, you saved what's his name? Asher's sister and the girl that Vincent loves, right? No, well, not Vincent. I'm sorry, that's not right. Ty, thank you. I'm so fucking locked into your other character names right now.
I still have more questions about the pet Goliath thing.
Of course you do.
Now's the time to ask him, I guess. Let's go ahead and get it over with before I finish.
What's the cost to feed him?
Probably pretty high. He's a big fella.
It's
Yeah, big dude.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's high, but I mean, we're out on the trail a lot. We can just send him out to smush things into jelly, right?
That is a fair point.
Yeah. Cleric, he can pretty much just be like, "Hey, feed my pet giant Goliath, and then I'll heal that fucking weird sore you got."
Wait, no! Oh my god!
Excuse me, man.
No.
Is that leprosy?
What if the Goliath? What if it's just a racketeering thing? And he's like, I'll have my Goliath beat your ass if you don't give us food. And then if you do give us food, I'll heal you.
And then
No
do you like
way.
have like a pet name like every dog owner does? Like the
Would
dog has a
actually-
name and then
No,
a nickname?
his name is Ruse, you weirdo.
No,
Stop trying to make this
No,
uncomfortable.
what I should do is I should infect my Goliath with the plague and not
Oh my
heal,
god.
and just like refuse to fully heal him, just heal him enough to keep him alive
That's
constantly.
harsh,
Send
man.
him around to different places and let him infect everyone, and then go heal them in exchange for room and board.
And it's
There you
harsh.
go. I
Well,
just
we know
figured
how
you'd walk
party's
in
making money.
somewhere and have him be a carrier. And just walk
This is
in.
gonna be
and,
the richest D&D party you've ever.
Yeah.
No, the last one invented only hooves.
That's fair.
Exactly. The last
That's
one's
fair.
rich
We're
as
still
hell.
waiting
They're
for
they're sitting on some cat. Yeah, who do you think's getting the profits?
Say if we can ever go and collect the profits, we'd be fucking.
If you can collect the profiteer, maybe you'd collect the profits. Ain't nobody looked for the profiteer.
Yeah. Man's over there
Um.
sitting on stacks.
So, lastly, now that that is over, I'm JJ. You know, that's the whole thing. I'm the dungeon master. I make the game go round. You probably heard me say this before, but for the new folks, this is my living story. Though I'm not a god, it's not my style. I play when they need me to, but I like to think of myself as a bard of old. I actively speak this world into existence, and you, the viewers, are my listeners. But these folks are the stars of the show because they're my characters. They're fucking crazy. Unlike a book, my characters are alive. They do good, they do evil, they love, they lie, they lose, they fight, they kill, they survive, they adventure, they grow, and they learn. But most importantly, they feel and they make their own decisions, and that's as living gets. My whole job is to challenge them, teach them, reward them, sometimes break them, all to see them develop, and inevitably to see where the story finds conclusion, because in all honesty, I have zero fucking idea where they're going to take me. As you can tell by the Dom-sub relationship between the halfling and Goliath that apparently is now canon. That's not my job to decide what is and isn't canon. That's theirs. They do that. They make shit up. I'm just here to say what happens in the world when they do that.
Tracks was invented.
That is, in fact, how Moontracks was invented. Unfortunately so. And I think that about covers it. Past sessions, YouTube, that's the important thing. Watch the YouTube, look at the old things, watch us be funny. I don't know, sometimes.
We'd like to think we're funny at least.
Well, not
Depends
you.
on the day. Yeah, depends on the day.
I mean, we're funny to us.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll accept that one.
Counts for quite a bit.
Right. All right, so we're done with all that. So let me find where I was. Okay, so last session, the last few things that we had happen. You fought a corpse mound, right? Very powerful undead entity. Some really, really good rolls. Nobody was downed. Nobody died. And
That's a fucking first.
right. The other thing is Asher sacrificed the gem on the hilt of his, or the pommel, I guess. I'm sorry, of his father's blade, which Asher is a hexblood warlock, or hexblade. Sorry, hexblade warlock. Fucking so much hexes going around. He's a hexblade warlock, and I'm just gonna say the Goliath. I don't think we had this like narrowed down, but broke the gem off for him because he probably doesn't have the strength to do it. And our wonderful Yule, thankfully, could cast the spell Revivify and resuscitated. Sherry, who is Asher's sister, and the woman that Ty is in love with. She is purely and utterly just a person to everybody else. She was the barmaid at this wonderful bar called the Black Frog Tavern. And I think that brings us like right to the end of it. I didn't go over everything, but I just want to like that was the end. If you guys got that collectively together, I know Ben wasn't actually here. The last thing that happened was that Ben's character Ty uh, rolled pretty good on a wisdom check, and he suggested that all of you go to the council building, the hand, the council's hand, to see the person he works for directly, which is Duggar, one of the Council of Five.
Love it when a story comes together.
So it is still that same night. It is still very dark. It is still very gloomy. There is no moonlight in the sky, because there's no moonlight at all. And what else? I want to say I said it started raining. I don't remember. We're gonna say it starts raining. Yeah, sure. Right now, it's raining. So, and it's not too heavy. It's just a drizzle, but it's enough to be annoying. Cold spot down your back as it hits the back of your head and just runs down. We will say that the only thing lighting your path, for those of you who don't have dark vision, which I think is 2 of you, are like buildings that have hung torches or hung lanterns outside in the street to ensure that some semblance of business can happen in these dark months that have happened since magic has been awry, and the light of the moon has gone. So
Cool.
there is a map. Did I put that map of Athkatla in the chat for you guys? In the D&D chat?
Did it get pinned?
It should be. It would. Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. That one, I wouldn't put too much faith in. I do know. I believe it got shoved in there because we were talking about where we needed to go.
Okay. Give me 1 minute.
I'm looking for it. Yeah, let's not do that. I do not see a map. And I'm all the way back to September, so. Mine's expired.
Mine's expired too, but we can just put the link in there and one of us can pull it up. Like, and not. Yeah.
I'm about to say you can put it in like a drive folder or something. We can do it that way if we need to.
Go back to players only. There we go. Bam.
I keep forgetting that I have 2 monitors now, so I can actually put a map up and Discord and everything at the same time.
True.
So let me rephrase it: 2 monitors that I can actually see.
That map is the map that I am using of Athkatla. It's a little dated, like time-wise, compared to where we are, but has the best descriptions of buildings and whatnot for like where things are. So if you're looking in the upper city, the far right side of the city, where they kind of have that down slope and where it comes to a point out and then comes back in just a little bit, that's Merton Gate. Or Merton Gate. Merton Gate is where Arden was stationed as his punitive measure. His house not too far from there. And if you come straight in, to the left from Merton Gate and go not one intersection, not two, but three, and then go down one block and then up, or I'm sorry, left again 2 blocks, you'll see like a rounded corner, looks like a little plaza. That building on the right corner of that plaza that's kind of sloped, almost like makes that right side area of buildings trapezoidal, is the Black Frog Tavern. Everybody see that roughly?
Yes.
Okay. The council building, if you look at the top left side of the city, you'll see Alandamer's Gate. Is that right? Alandamer's Gate? Alandamer's Gate? Right inside of Alandamer's Gate, if you go straight down, the first building on the right side, you got a dome on top, it's got like a point and numbers right in the middle of it, circular shape. That is the council building. So to get from point A to point B is basically just following this big curved road that goes from the Black Frog Tavern to the left and then starts shifting up once it passes that bridge in the center of the city, and eventually ends at Alandamer's Gate. But on your right will be the council building. Just so you have an idea of where you're heading. So as you leave, again, it is dark outside. The rain has just begun. There are some thunder cracks in the distance. Nothing really specific. Nothing close enough to be worried about. Ty, you are kind of leading the way, bud, because you are taking them to a specific place. A place that, like, Asher would know where it is. Sherry would definitely know where it is because they would, these are their leaders, their government. Yeah, that's their government anyway. And then, being how long he's been here, Bernard would also know where this is, but I would say that Yule and Ruse would probably not know where this is.
Okay. I'm gonna say, I'm probably gonna take the most direct route from where we are.
Okay.
I don't see a reason to skirt back roads or anything, so I'm probably just gonna take the main road right up.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, this is what you just experienced with the corpse mount thing is probably something worth reporting at the very least to Duggar. This is a big situation
with some haste to it.
Ruse, you and Yule came in on a horse-drawn cart.
Negative. I'm Yule. Me and Ruse.
What did I say? Did I say you and Yule? I thought I said you and Ruse. Okay.
Yeah, you said you and Yule.
Right. So Yule and Ruse came in.
Why you said you is because of Yule.
That's probably why. Yeah, I fucking forgot it. As I said, Yule and Ruse came in on a horse-drawn cart. Are you going to take the time to get that cart, or maybe get things out of it, something like that?
Absolutely.
Okay. What do you think would be on your cart? You're gonna have a lot of poultices and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the whole cart. I mean,
you're gonna try and put the horse in his bit and get him ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Make me an animal handling check.
$13.
Okay. With a little bit of hesitancy, maybe due to the thunderstorm that's brewing, maybe due to the weird walking people that are groaning outside, making the horse a little uncomfortable. It does take a few minutes to get him situated. That's the word I'm looking for. To get him all hitched up and ready to go. But once you do, he does, you whip the reins and he takes off like he normally would. I would say your cart is not necessarily big enough to carry all of these other people, so they will still have to walk. You're just either trailing behind them or you're bulldozing in front of them. Which one would you like to do?
Trail behind. Give him a little bit of a shield.
Okay.
Seems like the clerically thing to do.
I agree. um.
Also, I gotta judge which ones are the slow ones.
So you know which ones to leave behind.
That,
We know
in the
he
future,
has to
if it
break.
becomes if it becomes pertinent at any point in the future,
Um.
Who needs to outrun? Got it.
Bernard.
Yes.
What are you doing currently in this situation where they're like trying to set their horse up and get it prepared?
I mean, as we just saved the kid in there, what's Ty doing, Ben?
That's a good question. Yeah, what is Ty also doing other than being antsy?
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly.
Like, are you staying with the cart or are you going alone? 'Cause he has to.
Probably.
You're the one that suggested going to thing, and he's got to go to the thing to get his armor, and everything else that he
With-
left.
Yeah, and with probably the noises outside, what we just fought, everything, I'd probably waiting.
Okay.
For
So yeah, then
everybody.
he
It's
Bernard would
better
probably be
numbers.
What do you think? Like,
like in the street guarding,
Yeah.
trying to keep attention off of him.
okay. So every now and then you guys have either people rushing by and seem to be like running from something, or you'll also have the occasional kind of just shambler walk up to you. And these people are very clearly like something is wrong with them. Their eyes are glazed over, their chunks missing. You know, sometimes some of their faces are just entirely ripped off, or their clothing, like their chest, whatever, their tunic or whatever the fuck you want to call it, is torn open, and their chest is, you know, down to the rib cage. Some people are missing limbs, and they just kind of shamble in your direction and groan a little bit. They don't necessarily seem all that agitated as of yet, I would say. But they do seem to be moving in your direction, whether it be like in small packs or one at a time. Nothing major that you guys couldn't handle. I'm not going to make you roll for anything crazy, but
Are they moving like in towards a certain area or like in a patterned direction?
yeah, so I will say they do seem to be the ones that you encounter come from behind you. When I mean behind you, I mean like towards the outskirts of the city, moving inward. They seem to be moving in the direction that you plan to be going. From what you can see with the somewhat lit street, again, you don't have dark vision, right?
I do have dark vision.
You do, okay. So you have a certain distance of dark vision, and within that should be 60 feet. Yeah, okay. Within that distance, the ones that you can see, say across this like town square area that you're in, little market section, they seem to be the ones that aren't passing by you that turn towards you to come at you. They seem to be walking away from you, but they're going in the direction using the road that you want to use to get to council building.
Okay.
And it does seem like there's quite a few of them, and they do seem to be not necessarily moving with purpose, but definitely all moving in a direction, and that is northwestward.
I'm trying to go.
The direction you plan to move. Yes.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not gonna change my plan since they don't seem to be hostile. Would that be the correct word?
Well,
They don't seem to be hostile towards us.
they're not
coming for us directly.
right. They're not aggressive. They're not like the ones that are across the square that are 60 feet away aren't coming towards you. The ones that are passing by you and would have to cross the square that you're on move towards you. So you've encountered like 4 or 5, maybe 6 of them that just kind of shift off from the little group that seem to be moving in that direction. The far, like the outliers of the group will move towards you and come towards you. And they do seem to be aggressive towards you once they get close. But they're very slow moving. That's the thing to know is their movement speed is 10 feet a second. Yours is 30.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, per turn.
Things
So
like-
30 feet per turn, and theirs is 10 feet per turn.
It's one of those things. If they want to come at us, we just kind of briskly walk.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
you can hit them. You can try and kill them. You can you can just evade them. You can push them away. You can use a shove action. That's 100% your call. So for the sake of me not having to control 3 characters that aren't going to be here, we'll say that there's enough room on the cart for Sherry and her brother, and then
Ruse is keeping is.
I was gonna say Ruse will like stand at the back of the cart to keep people off the cart, keep things off the back of the cart.
That work.
You'll obviously piloting, and then Bernard and Ty out front, clearing the path. So
my last question, just because I'm trying to also get a sense of where everything.
go for it, bud. You can ask all the questions you want. I love answering questions. Go for it.
Are we seeing any other actual people running around that are not, falling apart and groaning?
Yes. They are heading in all directions, I would say.
Like panickedly or like.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It is like in the distance you hear a scream, like a guttural scream that ends up just kind of drowning out into nothing. These things that are walking by you are making a groaning noise that collectively is pretty proud. It's just kind of like a zombie groan. It's the standard noise that they make. Unfortunately, I doubt the microphone's going to pick up me trying to reproduce the noise.
It never does.
Discord is like when I want it to pick something up, it won't. And then
Yep.
I had when we first started, I had such a good voice that I had practiced for like weeks for your sword.
And then
and Discord just would I would make and Discord would just go dead. And I'd be like, what the fuck?
I think you called me and you're like, this is the voice I'm doing for your sword.
Probably, yeah.
Badass. And then you did it the first session you tried to do it.
Yeah, and Discord just didn't pick it up. I was so pissed. I was so pissed.
You probably would just need to turn your noise suppression off.
The problem is if I do, it's going to hear my fan. It's going to hear the computer. It's going to hear my fucking keyboard.
Yeah.
It becomes a nuisance to listen to the noises that my fucking room makes. That I drone out. I tune out because it's like
you don't even notice it. It's like my computer fans. Because you said something, I can hear my computer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Noticed it. Yeah. So, we'll say that. So people do seem to be running in different directions. There's even like a small fire has very clearly started, but we'll say it's on the other side of the river. So like as you guys begin to your move, or you begin your movement across that, what the fuck did I just call it? Like the little square, little market, little like farm stand, whatever you want to call it, market in between the Black Frog Tavern and like the other side of this square. There's a connection to a bridge, and then that bridge connects to the southern side of the city, right? On the other side of that bridge, something is on fire, and it's a pretty big fire.
Yeah. I wonder what started that.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're trying to imply the barnyardigans, no. I will guarantee you that the barnyardigans did not start this fire.
It wasn't the one we started?
No. Different fire.
We definitely started one.
Yeah, well, that's on the north side of the city. Like 3 blocks north of where you currently are is where the barnyardigans are standing out front of Arden's smithy. The same smithy, by the way, that Asher works in. Thought I'd throw that little tidbit in there because nobody else knew that shit. Anyway, as you begin to move across, you can see that fire. You can hear bells ringing 100%. There's like alarm bells going off, and the lighthouse spindle. What the fuck you call that thing? The spinning light in a lighthouse. What's that called? You people live in Maine.
Oh shit, I don't know.
The
I know
bulb?
there's an word for. I can't remember what it is though.
I don't know what the word for it is either. I don't live in Maine.
The bulb? Fuck if I
I
know.
mean,
I
a
don't-
beacon.
Yeah, we'll call it the beacon. Yeah. So the beacon that like emits itself from the top of the gold spire, which is like kind of the religious building of the city. It's made to celebrate the patron of the city. Spins brightly, shining its yellow light as it kind of waves across the city as it normally does, and then waves across the ocean, the Sword Coast, and then comes back and does it again, holding its same pace it always does. Um, hang on, Ben's. I gotta ask Ben a question. Ben, I need you to roll me a survival check if you could check that for me, please. I see you talking, so I didn't want to interrupt your shit. Thank you. Perfect. A dirty 20. It's a great roll.
30-20.
So with your dirty 20, you do successfully make it across the town square, past the bridge. As you pass the bridge, just before you actually cross that intersection, you notice that there is a massive group walking across that bridge very slowly, just shambling and shuffling, I guess is the other best word for it. It looks like if you went to a retirement home and like I don't know, for some reason somebody was like orgy at the retirement home, and then all the old guys got up and just started walking around in their fucking nighties and shit and shuffling around in their sandals. That's basically what you see coming across there. It's a scary sight.
Sounds like it.
So as you cross that intersection, that is something to note for all of you, even Bernard, you see this, is that there is a group walking across that bridge. Both ends of that bridge have metal gates on them that kind of like seal themselves off. So just for reference, the one on your side is down currently. The one on their side is up.
Okay.
And the bridge is very well lit and shines light well into the water. So as you continue your journey through the city, you begin to make that right turn towards the north, where the road begins to slope upwards, or slope northwards, I guess, as we'd say up. In that circumstance, you're still walking at the same level, and you're like passing by the docks. As you pass by the docks, you notice that there are ships on fire. And there are people screaming at the docks, and there are people very clearly fighting these things. Like they are either being knocked down by them, and these creatures are biting them, or they're very large, brawly people that throw crates at the dock are fighting them to the best of their abilities. Right? People have broken open crates and are beating them with wood boards. Anything makeshift melee that creates distance between them and an object, people are picking it up and swinging it. They're trying to fight, and it is a losing fight, very clearly. Ty and Bernard, both of you have experienced plenty of violence in your life. You know what? Yule has also probably experienced, or at least been on the after end of enough violence in his healing nature.
Yeah, he loves violence.
It's great work.
Terrifying.
It's great work.
It creates a good job.
Yeah.
You know?
It's people are gonna fight. A life domain cleric is always gonna get paid.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's got to go.
That's job security.
Where the money goes.
Yeah. Look, wherever there's war, there's always medic.
Yeah, where he stands over. Listen, he's probably got a memory somewhere where he's like standing over a young man who's bleeding out, and he's like, "Hey, swear a life debt to me, and I'll save you." And that was ruse.
I love how we're just adding on to this now canon story that we're gonna tell Cass next week.
And you notice there's no human guy with a life debt here, so
Um,
watched him bleed.
Watch that motherfucker bleed.
How much do you have in your bank account? You said 6 silver? No. Then you got one guy's like, I have 7 gold. And you're like, hey, that's my guy. That's the guy right there. Just sign this paperwork before we get started.
Sign here the dotted line. Don't worry about reading it. You can't read it now anyway.
Bloody fingerprint will do. Do not worry.
Yes, it will.
It is legally binding.
Joke's on us. Yule is literally a warlock's deity.
Yeah.
He's why your Hexblade still has his powers. So as you make your way northward through the city, let me have one more survival check. Oh shit, no, I'm sorry. What I was saying, the 3 of you, I got off track here. The 3 of you notice that the cart is very clearly slowing you down. So if you want to do anything about that, maybe you want to push it, maybe you want to hype the fucking horse up, maybe you want to give him some fucking Trembolone. I don't know what you want to get him with. Sure. If you want to suggest that he push, that's 100% your call. You just tell me that's what you're doing, so I know what you're doing. But the cart is slowing you down. The cart has a wobbly wheel, and the horse is pretty worn. Give me another survival check, Ben, since you're leading the direction of where to go.
Oh, 9.
Okay, with a 9, you do run into, you almost dead into the back of a group of, we'll say, 15 of them. If you look at that map, you'll see, the far left side of the city, you'll see the sea gates. It's that little, hanging out dock. Comes out, hooks over the top of the city in, a little curve. If you go up and follow that curve and then straight in to the city from where that curve ends, you'll see the Ruby Docks. That intersection where the Ruby Docks is where you currently are. You're only about 1 city block, roughly, from the council building, but you run into the back of a crowd. And they are all of these bitey, undead, gray-skinned, color-drained, wide-eyed creatures.
What do you have against gray people?
I mean, typically they're old. And that...
They're 1 foot in the grave already.
That's right.
Are they blocking our way, or?
They're pretty well packed in. This is it's 15 to 20 wide. And there, if the lights are still up in front of you, which some of them are probably knocked down by these people walking past, it looks pretty well packed in front of you. This direct line, unless you do something big, might not end well.
Okay, is there any side roads?
Yeah, I mean, you could hook a right and try and go around them, absolutely.
If that's...
It's an option. Whether or not it's viable, your dice will tell.
As a blood hunter.
Sure.
Have I ever worked with a cleric before?
You've probably been healed by clerics numerous times.
Because
in fights, after fights.
The player know what I want to ask, but I don't know if my character would know. But if he has worked with clerics, he's gonna.
I would say work wouldn't be the right word, but you've been on the receiving end of their healing.
Oh.
You wouldn't have fought in war and alongside a cleric as a medic, but you would have.
Yeah.
You would have experienced them because you're fighting in a gladiator arena.
Mm-hmm.
And you would take cuts. You would take, your body is fairly scarred.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have your armor. So those scars are pretty well shown right now.
Mm-hmm. But Bernard will look up towards Yule. Clerics in the past have been able to do something about the undead. Can you do anything about this large horde, or do we need to abandon your wagon?
Sorry, I was trying to grab something. I missed that.
You're good. You're good. Yeah, he turns to Yule and he goes, clerics that I've worked with in the past have been able to do things about the undead. Can you do that, or do we need to abandon the wagon?
I mean, I can do a little bit, but I think this situation might be a bit beyond my ability to really get a handle on.
Right.
Sorry, I was trying to like buy time and check my spells. It's been a minute since I played a cleric. Trying to remember.
Specifically look at your channel divinity is what he's asking.
Yeah, I mean I've got preserved life. Nope, nothing really. Wait, seer undead. Yeah, whenever you use turn undead, yeah, it adds radiant damage. So yeah, no, not really much.
So it sounds like our two options are we can start cutting, or we can try to go around.
I think if we tried to fight through this mass, we'd be dead. But turning around this cart may not be possible. How big is the street? Like,
I mean,
the street that you're currently on is pretty wide. I would say probably 35 feet between the buildings. And then the buildings themselves probably have like 8 to 10 foot like porches on them. So like think Midwest, or not, Wild West is what I'm trying to say. Think like Wild West porches, how they like extend off the buildings. And then the side street that you're like kind of pulled up to, you could turn right here and it looks to be clear to the right. You don't know for sure.
Yeah, either we turn right or we try and turn around, because
I mean,
turning around is going to cost us time.
How about we go right?
Go. We just may have to abandon the cart eventually.
So I'm
Possible.
all. I understand they're your belongings. I'm all for trying to get the cart down the road further, but if it does come to it, we will abandon it. Like we might not have a
Always
choice.
possible.
Okay.
Right.
So you're gonna go right and try and avoid. Okay, so you're gonna go right and try and avoid. Okay. As you guide your horse to the right, begin his movement again, get him started. I need
Survival check from me again.
yeah, I'm gonna do one more survival check from you.
Say 18.
Okay, 18 is pretty good. With an 18, you have a few small stragglers here and there. You have a few stragglers here and there, which you and Bernard make your way through pretty quickly. They're very slow. They're not like they're aggressive, but they're not strong. I would say is the way to like
pretty easy to take out.
Yeah, because of the slowness of their movements. I think is the point that I'm trying to stress is they don't move with any kind of expediency.
They don't really have any like reaction time or anything like that, so they're pretty straightforward to hit.
Yeah. But they're coming after you very clearly. Like if you cross their path, they do make you the priority. You go forward one block. You make a left, knowing you're going to pull up pretty close to the entrance of the council building. And it appears that the streets are dead empty in front of the castle building. I'm sorry, the council building.
I am gonna find that strange.
Yeah, this is a very like popular part of the city. Usually there's somebody outside selling, ale. There's somebody outside selling fucking hot dogs.
And even being part of it's the government building. There should be some sort of guards outside.
Yeah, there's no guards outside.
You would think
Especially
you
during
would think
something
there'd
like
be a bunch
this.
of people here too.
Um,
A current riot.
So I'm gonna tell you, I find that strange as somebody who lives here and works here. that
Sure.
There's not a single guard outside.
Okay.
Well,
You will have to leave the cart outside. Unfortunately, you can't take it up the stairs and inside the building.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
you listen. You could try. I'll let you roll for it if you want
Here
to.
all day.
I'll let you roll for it. You got to get it up 2 flights of stairs.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a
it's gonna
minute.
be-
Wait a minute. How you said my cart is a halfling size cart.
It's
Exactly
it's
what
pretty
is-
small.
What's the size discrepancy there? Because I have a Goliath.
That's so the Goliath and Bernard could carry this together.
it would be like carrying a Mini Cooper.
So what I'm
inside a
hearing
house.
is first you're gonna have to convince Bernard to
It
carry
would it would be like picking up a little bit bigger than a smart car, a little bit small, like an old Mini Cooper, like a '60s Mini Cooper. That's roughly that size in length.
A little bit bigger than a fucking Fiat 500.
Yeah, that's a good size comparison to. A little bit longer than a Fiat 500. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
it's
if it
possible, but
comes down to it.
Right.
But
Is there-
all right, but I'll
Is there
probably
like
I'll probably try to grab the horse and I mean, a horse will make it up the stairs.
sure.
so
Yeah.
we
we're
could
right
also
outside
leave.
the building, right?
We can also.
Yeah, you're out front of the
the
building
guards
currently.
of the cart real quick because there
We
doesn't
could-
seem to be anything on the road.
And this is an assumption on my end. It's a government building. It's gonna have a massive main hall right as you walk in the door.
Yeah, big foyer. Yeah.
We could just leave it there and shut the door.
Sure.
True.
Then the horse is safe indoors. The cart's safe indoors. We lock the foyer door.
Yeah, we lock the door and leave Ruse and the 2 kids. in the
I
car.
I imagine all of you standing outside, and Yule's like, "No, we're taking my fucking cart."
We need to save the donkey.
I'm just trying to make it. It's a good compromisable solution. We don't have to try to carry a cart
Sure.
upstairs, and it leaves your items and people and everybody.
Well, I'm sorry. No, think of
Also,
this.
my cart
Think of
has
this
all the
building.
meat on it.
That's fair. Yeah, think of this building looked essentially like the front of the Capitol building. How there's a flight of stairs and then a flight of stairs
Yeah, we
and
gotta
then
get
the
up that
Capitol
flight of
building.
stairs.
Right. You got to get it up 2 flights of stairs to the actual entrance to the building. Then inside
Ruse and I
said
will
building,
try
there
and-
will be the
yeah,
foyer.
Ruse and I will try and help the donkey push the cart up the stairs.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll assist in that too. I'm not gonna be much, but I'll help try to guide the
Yeah.
donkey up. I guess.
There you go.
Wait.
Help guide the horse.
Between the 3 of you and the donkey's power, I'm not even gonna make you roll. You guys pull it up pretty well. Donkeys are very powerful, and then between the 3 of you pushing the cart,
You can literally carry the cart.
yeah, the two of you can push the cart. And then Ty just keeps getting in the way, but he's trying to show off for Sherry. It's a whole fucking. You guys see what he's doing. You let it happen.
Yeah.
You
I'm trying to help, man.
you get the cart up the stairs. How do you knock or open, or what is your inclination here, Ty?
I'm probably just knowing that there's nobody outside, I'm gonna check the door for traps.
Okay.
Actually,
Roll me a sleight of hand check. Or I'm sorry, investigation check. Investigation check to check for them.
Probably smart.
nat 20.
Hey.
The door is untrapped, unlocked, and if you want to try the handle.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll try the handle and I'll kind of like as I'm opening it. Is it a pull or push door? Let me ask that
It's
first.
a push door.
Okay.
Fancy doors always open in. Pro tip.
I'm gonna kind
Anytime you have to pull a door, you're in the cheap part of town.
That's right.
That's fair. I'm gonna kind of peek in as I'm opening the door, kind of scanning. as it
Sure.
opens.
As the door opens, this room has its pretty white and black tile floor, like marbled floor, and there's nothing in this room but 2 lit torches and its normal decoration. No one is here. No guard is here. No, the butler's not even here. But you watched the butler die, so that would be why.
Yeah, that explains that. I've already not care about the butler anymore. The dude's a piece of shit anyway.
My fucking autism is going right now, just so you know, the door thing is actually a real thing. And it was to make it doors that opened outward made you feel unwelcome. Doors that opened inward made you feel welcome. You were going into somewhere you weren't like facing an immediate issue with the door. It wasn't rejecting you backwards. That's what it was for.
And that's why screen doors open outwards.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Poor people.
So yeah, I'll open the door, and if I'm not seeing anything on the inside, I'll let them know we're good to at least walk in.
Sure. Yeah. Nothing. No one. I should say, no one is inside, but the room looks like it has every time you've come into it, ever.
Okay.
There's nothing special. There are the 5 banners of the Council of 5.
Like I ordered 9.
Oh, so you gotta order one more.
There's the one that has a fist on it, one that has a sword on it, one that has a what do I call it? I don't know, a magic wand on it. One that has a tree growing, or not growing from it, but it's a fucking tree logo on it. And then one that has a shield. And those are the 5 banners of the Council of 5. And then, other than that, the room is decorated exactly how you've experienced it always. You will notice that this room is fairly dimly lit, as if they're not expecting anyone. The dining hall directly in front of this, the entrance is incredibly well lit. And on the inside, that room is very well lit and the light shines outwards. That is the last place you spoke to Duggar before you left. Would you like to move that way again, or would you like to go see his personal chamber?
I'll go ahead and go to the place that I last spoke to him. I'm gonna assume
it's only like 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it hasn't been long, and it's most likely that I don't go to his personal chamber very often.
Yeah, I feel like that would be weird.
So not the first place I'm gonna go look for him.
Sure. As you make your way towards, everybody gets inside. We'll say the doors are shut. The people disembark the wagon, and we'll say as a group, all of you begin to move towards the dining hall. And the table is from end to end, decorated with beautiful candles and these very well folded napkins and beautiful glasses, and there's wine bottles every like 3 or 4 place settings. As you move more and more into this room, you notice that this table is like 50 feet long. And on one end, there is nothing but food from one end all the way to the other, where there's a fat man with his head buried in some food. And he is not moving.
I am gonna...
A very, very rotund individual. Stressing this point.
Very, very rotund.
I want to start with investigating the room before going near him.
What are you looking for specifically?
If anybody's there, where they would have came in from, where they left from, any signs of somebody still being in the room.
Okay, go ahead.
And a natural 20.
Okay, with a natural 20. There is no one else currently visible in this room. You watched the butler leave through a window, and then he basically crawled down a pipe on the side of the building. But that was at like the farthest end of the hallway that you just entered from. There are no main entrances there are no other entrances into this room visible except for the archway that you just currently entered. And there appears to be no one in it. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay.
That's about it.
At the far end of the room, you notice Duggar's fat, rotund body. And when I say fat and rotund, I want to stress that he looks like the fat banker guy from Mad Max Fury Road, or even the Furiosa movie.
See, I already have a picture of him in my head because I remember your description.
Yeah.
First.
But it's been like fucking 2 years since we talked about this. So,
I know.
and Lee wasn't even here the first time.
That's fair.
So you know who I'm talking about though, Lee? The fat banker guy from Mad Max Fury Road?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very much that in like
The dude with the nose.
yeah. The nose, and he was always like slobbering and stuff. Yeah.
I got it.
Very much a visual representation of him. And like the clothes are like very taut and like very clearly too small. And
It's a weird clothing.
he's a
Do you remember that one bad guy from Banshee?
Yeah.
Oh.
Him too.
I don't remember his name, but Quentin worked for him.
I don't remember his name either. It's not Wicks. That was the weird guy who was in prison with. I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about. And but very much, yes, also him. That's also a very good descriptor for him too. So as you make it into that room, Ty, you notice that Duggar is at the far end of the table and his head is slumped into the food in front of him. You notice that his dark colored shirt appears to be stained.
I will investigate him.
Sure.
Start.
Go
I
ahead.
just want to see if he's, dead.
Roll me another check.
I poke him
6.
with my full axe.
How am I gonna roll 2 nat 20s and then a 6?
And then a 6.
We'll say that Adam's poke is assistance if you want. You can roll again.
I'm gonna make sure he's not coming back to fucking.
Adam pokes him with his palm axe. Okay, well you're 6. With your 6, he's dead.
Take his daggers.
Sure. Yeah, you roll me another investigation check.
Jesus Christ. Nat 20.
Fuck me. All right. All right. He has several things on him. I have to list all these fucking things. 1.
Give me a second. Let me get my notes.
Yeah. And by the way, these are all specifically designed for all of the different characters that we're currently playing here.
Yep.
1, the bracer of flying daggers.
Okay.
2, a ring of featherfall. 3, a belt of hill giant strength.
Okay.
4, a frostbrand greatsword. 5, a rod of healing. It's a repurposed staff of healing, essentially. It's just this big instead of 6 feet tall. 6, a letter discussing the archaeological dig Duggar had funded at Jexel Door, their discovery of an orb filled with smoke and the promise of its return to him, dated about 2 months prior. 6, kind of an unfinished, unsent reply to said letter, like a paper stacked on a paper, essentially, to that head of exploration, referred to as Professor Meneses. The letter urges that professor to rush and bring the item into Duggar's possession with all haste, coupled with claims of safekeeping, proper care, and due respect.
Okay.
As you are elbow deep in this man's pockets,
This is what I was waiting for.
the door that you all had closed crashes open. And several Amish, which again, I don't care if it's Omnian, I'm calling them Amish. They don't believe in magic. That's the same thing as not believing in technology. They're fucking Amish. I don't call it Amen. I call it so they're Amish. One of them, very clearly an officer, he's a lieutenant, rushes in. He's followed by about 12 soldiers. They all burst through the entrance. And they are wearing colors of the Duhinarch. I don't know how the fuck to say that word. I wrote it down. Don't know how to say it. I knew how to say it a month ago when I wrote it. Yep. I read it again. Don't know what the fuck it means. It's the commander of the military forces. I want to say it's Dehanarak. I don't know. Commander of the military forces of it's the fist. That's that guy. It's the fist. It was that guy.
From the name to that guy to the fist.
Yeah, I described the fucking banners. This guy's banner is the fist. So they're wearing the colors of the commander of the military forces of the Amish army. Those of you from would know that each person has their own military. This one is specific, like they have their own little like complement, yeah, like a little militia. This is the actual military of They rush through the doors. They slam the doors behind them. They're all breathing heavy. They barricade the door with the closest heavy thing they could find. You guessed it, the cart.
Aren't we like in an upstairs room or something? So where are we
No.
hearing this? Or,
No,
okay.
You're in a room directly adjoined to this.
Yeah.
So like
in front of it.
just to be clear, foyer, door, right? Door right here, foyer, archway, dining hall. You're 25 feet from these people.
Okay. I'm
Um,
going to quickly take what I have grabbed and get my hands out of his pockets.
I don't know what you're talking about, officer. I swear to God, it's not me.
We definitely didn't steal nothing from him.
To be so there's a like a visible panic in their eyes and their movements. As they turn around and kind of take in the view of what they're seeing, and they realize that they just shoved a cart against the door of the council building, and there's a donkey over here eating a fucking what are we going to call it? A tapestry? You know what I mean? He's probably chewing on a tapestry. If he could reach it, he'd probably fucking chew on it. It's donkey.
Yeah.
I would chew on a tapestry. You know how high I would get?
He's inside. Look, he's living his best life.
That's right. And a powerful silence falls over the room as Ruse, standing in the doorway, goes, "Oh shit." The lieutenant takes in the room, takes in the death of one of the Council of Five and somebody with his arm elbow deep in that motherfucking pocket. His enormous rotund figure slumped onto the table, the blood soaked into his garments, and he says, "What did you do?"
Bernard's gonna throw up his arms and go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Now, I know how this looks."
I'll be like, I work for him.
Yeah,
I came to inform him of what was going on, and he was dead.
we got here after he was dead.
Shouldn't there also be a body on the table?
All the magic. Yeah, Luthio's body is also laying on the table.
Yes.
All of the magical items that you just stole as your hands go up fall on the ground. Ting, 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 ting.
We're kind of in a situation right now. Could probably use them.
As he's kind of looking at you, looking at the things on the ground, looking at the bodies on the table, processing what's going on, his soldiers are like kind of enveloping the area. There's a loud thud on that door, and you can hear it, the wood like flex and creak, and those hinges kind of groan, right? I need a... Ooh, hang on. 1 second. I go to the other notes page. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. The lieutenant of the guard is going to look at you all, and he is going to say, you know what? I will allow Adam. You can try and make me a check, whether you want to make it persuasion or if you want to try and say something else and deceive. You're more than welcome to. If you want to tell the truth, it's persuasion.
Yeah. Okay.
It's your call. Because you did try and like explain. I'm not gonna blow past that. You did try and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. He's like.
So
he's
give me.
gonna do, like, he's gonna look towards the body, and then look towards Luthio on the table, and he's gonna be like, "So
He did it.
what we were able to gather, yeah. What we're able to gather is this guy on the table. He killed him. We came in, killed this guy, and then like another guy ran off. Like we don't know much else from there, but there's a bunch of dead things running around, so we kind of bunkered in.
Can I add in that the butler's missing?
You can say it. Yeah, that's your business.
Help.
Yeah, I'm gonna add in, and like the only person who's not present who should be here is the butler. I can't remember his fucking name, but
I don't know his name either. I tried to go find the video, couldn't find it, gave up.
McGee.
Anyways, the lieutenant like
bags,
the lieutenant like looks around, doesn't see anything. And he's go ahead and make your deception check. I need to. Where's my dice? There's my dice.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna fall. My foot's on the chair. It was sliding backwards. I almost died, guy. What'd you get?
19.
We gonna have to roll again then, brother.
Okay.
Match.
Yeah.
Deception.
Give me some rollies.
Oh, that was bad. 8.
Okay, because I got 19 flat again without modifiers. So.
Goddamn.
Last time it was a 17 plus 2. Yeah, it's a 19.
Unfortunately.
19 plus 2 is 21. So. He's gonna look at you and you can see him kind of taking all of your measure. And he's gonna say, "Fuck it, round him up. We got to get him to the roof." There's a large like whoosh through the building. You can hear it echo. And the lieutenant is going to look at his men and say, "Flooring, burn, cuff them all." All right, so everyone, unless you're going to attempt to start a fight, is going to be shackled. There are 12. There are 13 guards, 12 and a lieutenant.
Can I make a suggestion before anybody moves?
Try.
We are all currently trapped in this building with whatever you guys led here. How about we deal with this after we deal with what's outside?
We're not trapped. We're leaving. If you want to come with us, you're coming in shackles.
Can you pick up these items?
How big are your pockets?
How big are your pockets?
And I'm going to tell you right now, my friend over here is not going to leave without his cart, and the people we have also with us. So,
I'm going to be honest with you. Fuck the cart. I'm going to level with you. We're leaving. We've just found you in the presence of a dead body of the Council of Five. Yeah, there's another body here. Doesn't really weigh all that much on me. It is, in fact, my job to arrest people that kill council members. So what we're going to do is you're all going to be put in shackles, and then I'm going to escort you upstairs to the airship that's currently docking on the roof of this building.
Yeah. No, actually, I all for it. Can you just pick up these items? How big are your pockets?
Yeah. We'll say after they shackle you, they pick up all the items. It's fine.
Okay.
Um,
Bernard does not disagree with currently being shackled.
great. They do take all of your weapons, so none of you are currently armed. As they're
Goddamn bear.
as they're shackling your hands together in these big wrought iron shackles, or
You mean when they're triple shackling the Goliath? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
they're so when cops have to shackle fat people and they have to like do they have to do 2 or 3 different handcuffs together. That's what I like to think is happening right now.
No, here's my real question: how big the Goliath's wrists?
Big.
They're probably pretty big.
They've got
So
like
they're just-
4 iron or wrist irons all around.
They just get interconnected to each other's locking system.
Sure, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, they. I think they're happy just to get rid of those cuffs.
So
They're carrying a lot.
he says the airship's here, lads, up the stairs. They slap all the shackles on the 6 of you, including Sherry. And 2 guards each kind of like guide you up the 6 flights of stairs to the roof of this building. That's why the cart didn't get brought.
I still feel like Ihor is bitching about the cart.
Yule, are you complaining that your cart's getting left?
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Okay.
He's currently in shackles. We're getting an airship. We're up
He's trying to figure out how he can get up to the edge of the airship to piss off of it.
Fair enough.
here.
Fair enough.
I'm pissing on these damn things.
Goddamn undead.
On the 5 floors, I'm sorry, it's 5 floors. So on the 5th floor, you're guided down to the end of the hallway to the right. At the end, the lieutenant walks over to a corner and pulls at a light fixture. A resounding click, and a portion of the wall depresses and reveals another staircase. It's cramped and only wide enough for 1 to go at a time. So they put 1 guard in front of you and 1 guard behind you and escort you up the stairs like that. The 6 of you are taken to the roof, and you see an airship that is tethered to an intricate statue embodying the lost goddess. Guided as she was, Joaquin was the patron of the city. She is the deity that the gold spire is dedicated to, for example. And then it seems a smid sacrilegious, just a little bit. But what's a little blasphemy in a citywide crisis, right?
Absolutely.
You can't really complain. Everyone is escorted onto the ship. You are all secured in a room, and then the ship is freed from its mooring on the roof. I need a survival check from one of you. No assistance. Whoever wants to roll it can. Okay.
Okay.
26.
Okay, great roll.
I've got a +7. That's why
That's
I wanna
great.
roll it.
That's great. They secure you in a room. They secure your shackles to a wall. So each of you is like to a wall. Shackled hands, and then that shackle is attached to the wall. Each of you is secured against the wall. The door is closed, and you can hear a deadbolt resoundingly lock shut. And then you can hear the lieutenant, the officer's voice, and he tells 2 people to stand guard at the door. He then walks away, and he says, "I have to go explain what happened to the rest of the council." So he heads away. After just a few minutes, it becomes very clear to you specifically that you're descending again. After ascending and after a few minutes of travel, you're descending again very quickly. And the raindrops, you can hear them like peppering the wall of the wooden belly of the airship. Let me have perception checks from the 3 of you that are here. From Ty, Bernard, and Yule, please.
9.
Okay, not great.
I don't see shit.
8.
Also not great.
21.
A banger and a half. The shortest of you can see out the window. Maybe he's shackled to the wall. He's shackled to the wall facing the window. The window is like barred shut, so you can't jump out of the window. Let's fucking make that clear starting off. as you feel the ship descending, you begin to see large, like massive, stone walls rise around the ship as it sets down.
Mm.
We just moved to a further inner point of the city.
Soon,
Well, I would know that. I'm not seeing this.
let me ask, have you ever been in trouble in this city? You've been here multiple times. Have you ever been in trouble, or would you have had any reason to go to the prison?
No, probably not.
Okay. Big stone walls then. If you want to relay that information, if you want to say why we're going down into some stone walls, then somebody else maybe can roll off of that. That's totally an okay thing.
Guys, it looks like we're in the desert. Yeah, I'm gonna relay that we're sitting down in a bunch of stone walls.
I got you. Okay. So if that's the case, let me have both Ty and our wonderful prisoner barbarian roll me history checks.
Ew, all right. Nat 20, but -1, so 19.
Okay, so not a nat 20.
Point out that is my 4th nat 20 tonight.
I know. We're gonna change those dice. That's not okay.
D&D.
I know, it's
actually,
D&D.
I forgot I actually have a set of dice here. I need
No, well, no, I'm talking you can change your D&D beyond dice. Is what I was making a joke that changing the digital dice would change the rolls.
change the rolls. No, the dragon dice usually fuck me, so.
I love those dice though, because the little dragon, the fat dragon, jumps on the thing.
Dude, I've got to see him so many times today. I'm so happy about it. Oh shit.
What was our other roll? What was our other roll? For 14. Okay. So both of you have probably spent some time in these buildings, inside these walls before. This is the prison. Your ship is then sets down inside the walls. It is moored, and you are all escorted off. The men are taken to one wing. They put specifically you two and one more on a lower floor. I mean, you two, I mean Ben and Adam. Sorry, Ty and Bernard. On the lowest floor with the Goliath. On a floor above that, they put Asher and Yule in the same cell, and then they continue escorting Sherry somewhere else. So let's see. Each of you, like I said, is stripped of your weapons and equipment, and you are secured in your cells. That night, it is that night. It's still the night. Do any of you actually do anything in your cells, or do you just kind of sit there and think about what you've been through tonight?
I mean, I would kind of tinker with my shackles.
Well, you're in a cell. They probably took your shackles off. I would
Okay.
assume, yeah.
I look around a little bit, see if there's anything usable in it, if I need to try to get out.
There's a cot and a bucket to shit in.
Does that bucket have a wire handle?
No.
Okay.
I feel like prison guards would assume that that's a thing that you could do. No.
It was a valid question.
It is, and I appreciate you for having it.
Yeah, in a place this size, they've run into too many people trying to do that shit.
Yeah, and in the city of Coin and Contract, you are not the first fucking prisoners. Yeah, you are not the first prisoners in this motherfucker. All right, so
I'm gonna take a nap.
as you try to find restless sleep on those thin cots and basically rags to keep yourself warm, and to make it uncomfortable, some stained pillows.
Like you said, wouldn't be my first time.
You're right. Rats can, kind of scamper around. Some roaches chitter their little calls, and a solitary cat chases them all. And the night fades to black. Find the next page. Okay. here's where it gets a little interesting. Over the next 7 weeks or so.
Oh fuck.
God,
Ah,
been here for a while.
You've
Shit.
been here for a while.
Goof.
Over the next 7 weeks or so, they have been bringing you your food. They've been bringing you your water. They, you know what? Now, Ben, instead of a bucket to shit in, there is a flowing like a river,
Like a trough.
A little trough.
essentially a trough. Yeah, and if you know, it's supposed to be the drinking water, but if the first guy pisses in it, then the last guy drinks piss water, I guess. If the first guy shits in it, the last guy drinks shit water, I guess.
The bathroom.
Yeah, where else are you going to go? There is no bathroom. So I'm going to say there's a flowing of running water. There is food usually brought to your cells, but it has now been 3 days, and they have not delivered anything to your cells. You have not seen a guard. The only thing you have seen is the rats and the cat and the roaches.
Being that me and Adam, what's your character's name?
Bernard.
Bernard, have done stints in this place before.
Mhm.
I'm gonna find that extremely wrong and odd because it doesn't happen.
Absolutely, and
If I'm wrong.
absolutely, and Bernard is like a couple cells down from you.
So I'm gonna like holler down because we'll say like when they brought it up, me and Bernard both knew what it was. I assume we both answered with where we were, so we both know
Yeah.
we've been here.
Oh yeah. You both
Yeah.
know
We
you both
know
know the
that
trend.
we've been here.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna yell down and ask if he's, or okay, I'm gonna yell down. Bernard, you seen a guard recently?
No, not in a few days. Um,
And you're both
Can-
very fucking hungry at this point. I want to stress that point. 3 days
can
without food.
Bernard, attempt to like sniff the air and see if he smells like the undead.
Sure. Yeah. You can make that. Give me a perception check, and you can do it at advantage because you can fucking do a bear nose or whatever.
You bear smell.
Perception, and then just for they were both 21, so
Okay.
give me what.
So 21 is great. In your, I'll say like immediate 100-foot radius, down both halls effectively, or sorry, down both ends of the hall effectively. You do not smell any undead.
Okay.
You don't smell any of that same smell that you previously smelled. You do smell the Goliath. But beyond that, you do not smell. You smell the cat, definitely. You smell the rats. You smell the roaches. You smell the typical smells of the prison. Is there anything beyond that you're looking for specifically, or is it
No,
just the
mainly
smells of
looking
the
for
undead?
The undead was
Okay, yeah.
mostly
So
for the
that's
prison.
not in your immediate vicinity. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And so shop, I don't smell any of the undead, but I can't imagine there's that we're unaffected here.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to try to get out.
Yeah, probably.
Uh,
I mean, I'm not really good at that. I can try breaking the door down, but
I got a Goliath.
yeah, I smell him.
And I'm gonna turn to Rue.
Ruse. R-U-Z.
Ruse.
Yeah.
And ask him if he could try to take the door down.
Well, he's
make
not
a-
in the same cell as you, just so you know. He's further down the hallway than
Okay.
Bernard is from you.
Who's in the cell with me? Are we in individual
Nobody.
cells?
You three are in individual cells. And the floor above you, not that you know this because they were taken there after you, but just for game reference, the floor above you, Yule and Asher are in the same cell. And then Sherry was carted off somewhere else. Again, you do not know where. You have not seen her, you have not seen Yule, you have not seen Asher, and you have not heard any of their voices.
Okay, so it was just us three that was sent to this block.
To this floor, correct.
Okay. So then I'm gonna yell down at Ruse and repeat what I just said.
Okay.
Um, ask him if he can take down the door. Or make a hole in a wall or something.
What do I do with the dice? There they are. Collections, characters. Nope, that's not right. Collections, campaigns. Campaign. Give me a second. Pulling up his character sheet right now. He's going to. He's gonna say that he's gonna try. And I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
So it's 2 plus 5. So we're gonna say when he tries to like shoulder ram the door, that shit does not budge. It doesn't crack. It doesn't flex. He hits it with a pretty good amount of force and just bounces right off. You hear a loud thud at the far down the hall, and that's all you hear.
Okay. I guess then I'm also going to look at my cage, see if there's like any loose stones, loose bars, anything that I can find.
Sure, and I will say you've been in these cells for about 7 weeks, right? You may have even worked a stone free with like a fucking spoon or something.
Listen, if I had a spoon, I could make a lockpick eventually.
Well, they would have came by and
taken it.
They would have came by and taken your utensils back, right?
Yeah,
but while they don't watch you, they don't watch you eat, but they do expect them to be turned back in, and if you didn't, they would search your cell, rip the shit apart.
So, do we happen to have like our utensils and stuff from the last meal they brought us?
Roll me d20. Odds are good, evens are bad.
Seven.
Okay. Yes, I will say that you have the spoon that the metal spoon that they delivered you last.
Okay, then I'm.
And the metal tray that your food was onto, the dish, you would have that as well. But they didn't give you a knife or a fork; they just gave you a spoon.
I'm gonna work on like the handle of the spoon.
Sure.
Like filing it down to a thin point per se.
Okay. Sure. Give me sleight of hand check on that one.
Lock pick.
I got you. I feel you. Just give me a sleight of hand check.
22.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you feel pretty confident that this will work. If you can get your arm through the hole and wedge it the right way, you feel like you probably have a fairly well built lockpick for just being that it's ground down metal.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. 100%.
I'm assuming you're gonna make me wait a little while to, craft it.
No, I mean, yeah. Because if this is just an idea you're having now, it's not going to be an instantaneous thing. This would be something that takes a while to grind down.
Say it was probably a day ago, but it would still take me probably 2 or 3 days to get it down where I need to be, regardless.
It's going to be like another 2 days without food.
That's fair.
And you got to think if you're the only ones that haven't been fed, it's likely that Yule, Asher, and Sherry have also not been fed because they were all brought into this prison just as you were.
Okay, I mean, we'll say, I'm going at it furiously, and I'll let you determine how long that takes me.
Okay, I mean, with your 22, it goes pretty well. The metal's not fucking high grade silver. You know what I mean? You burn through it pretty quickly. It's pretty shitty lead.
Okay.
You're there's some crazy people out there, and they probably eat with a lead spoon.
They probably did for a while.
This is before
they did actually. They did eat with a lead spoon for a long time because it was cheap and it looked like silver if you polish it. Of course, they ate with that shit.
It looked like silver if you polish it, and it was super easy to work with because you could use molds.
Smack it once with a hammer, and it's a fucking spoon.
Well, and they could use molds. They could melt it and pour it.
Yeah. So I will say that it takes you the better part of the rest of the day.
Okay.
So do you want to try and lockpick like the middle of the night, or do you want to like as soon as it's finished? Are you trying to do lockpick?
As soon as it's done.
Okay. Give me. It's gonna be sleight of hand check at disadvantage, and the only reason it's disadvantage is because the weird cock fucking arm angle you got to do, and you got to wedge it in there. If you don't roll good enough, you either break it or it falls out of the lock,
Okay.
and you lose. You'll not necessarily lose it. You might be able to reach it again, depending on how bad the roll is. If it's a 1, you're probably just gonna break it off in the lock.
Yeah. Okay. 25.
Disadvantage.
I rolled a
Is
16.
that okay? Okay. I was like, that doesn't seem right, but okay.
And a +9 to sleight of hand.
Okay.
25.
25 is really good. With the 25 sleight of hand check, you work it and you find that for some reason this lock is incredibly easy to like. You've been in this prison before. It's like your third time breaking out actually, and you just you just
They put you in the exact same one each time.
it's like it's almost as if you've done this before.
No, I am an upstanding citizen.
And that
Never.
that lock just goes clunk, and the door swings right open. Your stomach growls. So hang on before you keep going.
Okay.
Do you attempt to suppress the noise of the door, or you just rush it open?
I rushed it open. I haven't seen a guard in 3 days.
Okay, fair enough.
And he said he doesn't smell anything within 100 or however far either way. I'm not super worried.
Sure.
I'm more on getting us out and fed.
Okay, so you rush the door open. We are going to switch to our once nearly free, now re-imprisoned gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
He lay as comfortably as he can on the raggedy, previously soiled mattress, whether by him or by somebody else. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes closed, and a rat skitters by just outside your door. He's chattering loudly as they do, right? And then he just he's being pursued, and you hear the soft padded steps of the small beast that kind of hunts him down. You hear a loud clunk, and then you hear a door fucking fly open, slam against the concrete behind the stone behind it. And you hear a slight echo down the hall of the noise.
Who the fuck?
You've probably spent every night for the first several years of your service locked away. You know well the sound of iron hinges squealing.
Yeah. Open it up. Yeah, he'll shut out. Who got out? Is that you, kid?
Yeah, I got it.
God damn it. Oh, come and get me out so we can go find the others.
Alrighty. On my way.
Can smell them.
I'm gonna head over towards him.
Sure. Okay. Give me another sleight of hand check.
It's still at disadvantage, or am I?
No, you're regular now. It's just a regular flat roll now.
13.
Okay. With the 13, as you're wiggling the lockpick around in the door, it does not pop the lock loose. You cannot seem to find the right order in the tumbler.
Damn, they've got you locked up good.
Yeah, they put the extra one on my cage.
They put the extra one on my cage.
Let me try to go get the Goliath and see if he can just attempt to pull it. Ramming his didn't go well by the sounds of it.
Sure, they probably put the extra one on his too, but yeah, you can go ahead and try if you want that there. Worst comes to worst, me and him can work together to rip this door off.
Yeah. So I'll go try to get the Goliath out.
Okay, like there's several cells on this floor. So make me a investigation check.
Can I tell him where like I smelled him last to give him a
direction? Sure, yeah. So you can have advantage.
That way.
Well, and I also yelled at him, so I would have kind of heard direction from my cell.
Yep. Your cell in hallway cells to right, cells to left, right? Bernard's cell was to left. Ruse's cell further left.
Okay.
How far left? Leave that to be
21.
seen. Okay. With a 21. As you're walking around, do you try and like call for him or anything?
Yeah.
Okay. No response.
Rose, where you at?
No response at all.
Then I'm gonna come under the assumption that he knocked himself the fuck out.
What do you do for that? You start peeking through windows or something? What are you doing? Peeking through gates?
Start looking into the cells as I'm passing them.
Yeah, as you pass by the furthest cell at the end of the block, the end of the cell block, and you peer in, he's unconscious on the floor.
I'm gonna try to open the door.
ran head first.
You didn't say how to do it.
I'm gonna
Go for it, bud. Slide in and
I
check.
forgot that I have to treat Goliaths like they're 3-year-olds. 24.
24 butter. Just click, pops right open, slides open.
I'm gonna yell back, hey yo, they didn't even try to lock his.
His door was just open.
Right. He
was
didn't even try to open it.
It was the pull door. He pushed it. It was a pull door.
Fucking goddamn Goliath.
I'm gonna like kick him until he wakes up.
Yeah.
Hey,
After a minute or two, he wakes up and he comes up. Oh my god. So he leans up and he looks at you and he goes, "How did you get out?"
I made a lockpick out of a spoon and opened mine in your cell. Now I need you to come help pulling off the hinges. Let's go.
Okay. So he stands up and he follows you. He follows you over to the other cell. I guess it's an assisted strength check. So Adam, if you want to do are you trying to break the door down? Like you're gonna go into bear mode and try and fucking crush the door open?
Rip it off the hinges at least, or just like break it where the lock is, wherever the most.
So it's my question is: are you like punching the door around the lock, or are you going to like physically try and rip the door from the hinges? Because those are two different actions, right? It's the same. It's the same role. I just want to know what you're doing.
Is it a push or is it a pull?
Is it a push or a pull door?
It's not written.
Yeah. No, we're gonna try and like rip the door off the hinges.
Okay.
Versus like trying to rip the whole fucking metal bar off.
That's fine. Are you gonna go bear mode to try and fucking strip it?
I'm gonna try and have him help me before I go bear mode.
Okay.
It always takes a lot out of me.
So go ahead and just roll a strength check at advantage. Athletics check at advantage. We're athletics.
Then if we get advantage, it's 17.
With 17, it is not quite enough to separate the door from its hinges. It does squeal, it does kind of groan a little bit, but you don't even crack the wood. These are thick, hardy doors. It's a prison. You know what I mean? They're not just gonna put some fucking fiber press board on this motherfucker. It's pretty thick ass wood.
Right. Give me a minute. And just hear old man stretches from the other side.
A lot of knuckles cracking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand like adjacent to the cell next to it, just so I can watch this from the side. And
Sure.
not be trampled.
Okay.
He stretches and he'll be like, "All right, Ruse, pull that door in a minute." And as soon as you hear the loud roar, and after he's done with his old man calisthenics, he's gonna shift into his giant bear form, and try and bash the door down.
Okay. Make me another athletics check.
I do. There we go.
At advantage, you can have your advantage.
Come on. Hey, 22.
Okay. With a 22, as he's got his feet braced against the wall and he's pulling as hard as he can on the the iron gated window, and you're ramming the door as hard as you can, even repeatedly. Finally, the door does give from its hinge, and actually we're going to say it busts the lock and the hinges still stay intact, where the wood is actually like seated into the bolt. The bolt stays secured and the wood separates. It's a very well built door. You got to appreciate it at the very least. You got to give the guy respect.
Whoever
and
built his door should have built all the doors. That's all I'm saying.
it was separate contracts. It was whoever's cheapest.
Yeah. And he
Contractor
This
work.
lowest bidder shit.
Contractor work.
he
You know
has
how it
to-
is.
To hunch to get through the fucking doorway now because he's full bear mode.
Sure. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, right. I told you they put me in the special cage.
I'm gonna look and be
shit.
like, huh, didn't know you could do that.
You would turn into a bear.
Knocked out.
Yeah. So turn into a bear. You were knocked out, like unconscious, the last time he did this.
Yeah, you were kind of knocked out the last time, and he put a giant bear paw on the top of his head. Like, all right, we're gonna go find the short one and the barmaid.
Okay.
Our equipment and keys.
Yeah,
Preferably. I don't know.
I remember the smell of the equipment. We ain't gotta worry about that. We'll find that eventually, but we gotta go find the others real quick. That's probably
Why
gonna
did you-
take the longest.
I
Okay.
was just gonna ask, why is the voice that you chose for your character some deep Southern Kentucky guy? Like that
he's
man's
a
been living on the
fucking bear.
mountains. That's fair. Actually,
He's
that's
a fucking bear. Like, what do you expect?
What did you want him to be? You wanted to be like a little German boy or something? Like, mein Gott, this door is fucking hard to open. Is that what you wanted?
Oh, Scheiße.
It'd be
What are we
funny.
going to do?
It would be funny. I agree.
Fucking hilarious.
So that's you guys all three are free, and you make your way towards the end of the hallway where the staircase is that leads you upwards, the spiral stone staircase. And as you begin your climb up, we'll go to our halftime break. So we'll do a break and then we'll come back.
Mhm.
It was
almost played that out exactly as you wrote it.
yeah. You went to him first. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so we do need,
Listen,
we
I
do need
can't.
that part.
I can't fix the fact that his door was made better.
No, the dice just sometimes, listen, I'm surprised you guys made it through any doors at all. That's like that's the hardest enemy in any
That's
D&D
the
campaign.
hardest enemy. Yeah.
Listen, after the last campaign, I'm no longer afraid of doors. I'll just send it. Worst thing's gonna happen is that gonna make a new character.
You're either gonna make it or you're not, or we're all gonna die. There's only a few options here.
Fair enough.
Listen, I just did my job for once.
I think you guys did great.
I feel like you expected us to be stuck in those cells for at least half the session.
No, I was hoping that you would get out pretty quickly. I didn't want you to get stuck. I didn't want to have to spend 40 minutes of you going, I want to try and unlock the door. Okay, I'm going to retry and unlock the door. Okay, I'm going to retry and unlock the door.
Retry to unlock the door.
When he took measure of the Goliath door wasn't even locked. It was a push door. Or it was a pull door.
Yeah.
It was a pull door, and he was pushing it. So when he hit it, it just didn't go anywhere, and then he knocked himself unconscious. Still funny, you know. I want to make coffee, or do I want tea?
Tea sounds good.
I like tea.
A nice chai tea sounds good right now, actually.
Well, I have lemon chai tea.
I had
Okay.
a cinnamon roll chai tea earlier. It was really good.
Sounds interesting.
It was very interesting. It was good. Little shop down the road. It was like $6.
Do you guys have any questions for me about what you've experienced thus far?
Not so far. We're kind of in the fuck around and find out stage still.
Yeah, we're still fucking around, actually.
Yeah.
I am.
But I will stay and answer questions, which means I need to pull up Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go piss real quick, but I will stay and answer questions.
Sure.
But he just wanted to break a door.
Yeah, no, I saw the chats from the sexy Gandalf. I was just you guys were mid talking, I was mid talking, so
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then I will come back and answer any questions.
apparently in the playtest universe right now in Star Citizen, I can actually summon my Polaris, which I did not know was the case.
Ooh. Yeah.
I did not know that it
the
was
Polaris was
currently
coming.
in the game. Hold on, look. I don't have the pt.2 downloaded, but
Oh, did somebody?
yeah, look at the
Yeah, I got it up. Oh shit.
No, hold on. It doesn't look that big, but wait till he runs up to it.
No, I mean already it looks big to me, but I'm used to seeing the size.
That's what she said.
Exactly. Why does the Polaris actually look so fucking good? I'm not gonna lie.
Well, if this thing is because this is put in game, the Perseus won't be long behind it.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
Very ready to strip those fucking bolters off and put on size 7 disruptor
Yeah.
cannons like an asshole. And just
Yeah,
eat shields with it while I send size 10 missiles.
Put some crazy fucking guns on there, yeah.
It's got a lot of gun seats too.
Yeah, it's fucking huge, bro.
Yeah, well, it's as far as I know, the only entrance is from the rear, which makes it like take a really long time to run from one end of the plane to the other. But it also has a hangar on the roof, which is great news.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, this one has a hangar, doesn't it?
Right. Oh my god, dude, go to the back. What the fuck? Stop looking at the outside of the ship. We know what it looks like.
Yeah, fucking. Let me see the inside and shit, bro. Like it looks cool as shit.
Joke's on us. You can't actually go in it yet. It's just an outline.
Yeah, it's just the outline of a ship.
Oh no. Okay, so there
Concept of
it has a front elevator too.
Okay, so it's got the elevator like the Carrack does.
Yeah, sorta.
The side one, the one that goes down, or not the
Well,
the Carrack, the Hercules.
Yeah, I was just saying the C2 has one that goes down like that. Yeah.
Yeah, C2.
They gotta fix that fucking weird lighting issue.
Yeah, oh, it's for everyone. It was doing it under your damn reclaimer.
The reclaimer does it. Yeah, I know. So you get the bridge, the cargo bay. Okay. The cargo bay first.
I'm back.
We're looking at the first look of the Polaris. It's in the playtest
Polaris
universe.
is finally in the it's finally
Yes,
in the
I've been
playtest.
listening.
Oh, I didn't realize you had your fucking wireless headphones on.
Yeah, I'm still using the other ones because I haven't ordered the wire yet. I keep forgetting to look, which
Oh,
they're in front of me.
that's a size 10 missile.
Inset
Or size 10.
Yeah, it
That's a
is.
size 10 torpedo.
Fucking
Oh, that's scary.
That's a big boy. Okay, we're gonna turn around, get the elevator access to out.
So no, I'm gonna tell you right now. The scariest part about the Polaris is not the size 10 missile or its armament. It's whatever you put in the fucking landing bay.
Yeah.
Whatever's coming
So that
with it.
what's
yeah.
behind that, to be clear, is that area right there. That's the garage. I think. I'm sorry. I think that's the hangar. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the actual aircraft hangar.
So when
It's
you
like
have
when
all
he-
of us on in space F-15s.
Yeah, when he goes over here and he like looks to the left, you can see it's like a downslope and it says caution on it. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that is
The hangar.
the hangar. When he turns right here, it says caution. So I'm assuming this is the in-out hangar. Which, if that's the case, that's a big damn hangar. I very well could fit a damn C2 in there, or a C1, like a
Yeah.
Spirit. All right.
Fucking yeah. You,
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if
Just gonna
you
walk to the back of it now.
you might be able to fit a Zeus in there if you can fit a
You
Spirit.
could fit some scary shit in there by the sounds of it.
Yeah, it's
yeah, you
it's
fit a
big.
fucking Ares
It's definitely
for
big.
sure. You fit
Oh.
like 2 Ares.
So that's gonna be the
See if he
terrifying part, though.
deploys
Is
it.
if, like,
Look at the
another guy-
elevator. That's dope. From Torpedo Bay to Cargo Bay. Whee!
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be the scary part about the Polaris, though. Is like.
Is it
for us,
side
for
doors?
example-
It's got. Hold on. Please tell me those are side doors. Am I gonna cargo run in the Polaris right now? Shut the fuck up.
Ooh, shit.
No way.
We could go and do missions, land, buy cargo, and
Yeah.
fucking fuck off.
Yeah. Okay. So that what he just looked at right there. That's a cargo laser thing.
Oh shit.
I don't think it's gonna have much cargo like grid space, but yeah, side opens up. Oh, it's a full fucking ramp too. You can drive vehicles up in the side. Dope.
Okay.
And that's not the rear. That's the side of the ship.
Oh.
That's just the middle
So
side of the ship.
Does it have 2 separate hangars? Like
It's gonna have a
aircraft hangar and a wheeled hangar.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a ground hangar, so it also has an aircraft hangar, which I'm assuming maybe is the floor up. I don't know. That's engine he's going into. There's an elevator right there. Oh, maybe that takes you to the aircraft hangar. Yep, there you go, hangar. Yep. Takes him up, and there's your aircraft. Jesus Christ, dude, it's huge.
God damn.
It's got to be bigger than the A90 hangar, because not only is it square, which is
God damn.
like that's
Yeah.
a big
That's a
damn
big
hangar,
bitch.
dog. That's much big. It was only supposed to hold 1 Gladius. That's like
You can put a
I
whole
could
ass
fit-
lightning in there.
I
bro.
could fit 6 fucking Gladiuses in this thing, dog. Wedge them right, shit.
But you can put a whole ass lightning in that bitch.
I'm a fucking aircraft carrier.
Say like when we go to do missions, we can bring ships to go places. We don't need to bring fucking.
And I
Little
believe
fucking
the Polaris
hovercraft.
has its own med bay. Because it's a military Corvette, you would think it would have some kind of
that's right.
triage center. I'm pretty sure it has its own med bay, which means
you
it
can
should be a
bang-
spawn beacon. So that's the engine room. This is dope. I don't have the playtest downloaded, otherwise I would go fucking fire it up myself and do it. Also, I didn't do the bathroom. But engineering terminal. It's not completely in the game yet. Call elevator to the cargo bay. Okay, hangar engineering or cargo bay. You're engineering, dumbass. What do you mean?
Oh, he's going to level 1.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So staircase. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for the staircase
Yeah.
up. Nice,
Okay, that's cool as shit.
I'm not looking at this. I'm not mad that I had to wait. This
No,
this
it
looks
like they
very
put
well
a
done.
lot into the ship. They did the mechanics well on it. It's
Look at
I
hold
mean,
on.
it's
Look
gonna
at
be
this
buggy
door.
as
Look at this
shit.
door open. Watch the little gears in the door.
No, cool.
That was
they took a
cool.
lot of pride in building that ship.
Yeah.
They definitely put time in it. I would say that because this is kind
I'm
of
not
like,
mad at this.
It's like an upgraded Retaliator in like the way that it is. Like,
Yeah. I mean, a different brand though. This would be like an
Correct,
upgraded
yeah.
Zeus, more than
Yeah,
a Retaliator. A Retaliator in that it's a torpedo boat, yes, but
correct. Yeah.
Zeus in that it's RSI.
Yeah. Fucking nice though.
All right, we're going to the front of the ship. We have a reception desk. Obviously, it's actually it's the brig. That's what it is.
The brig.
It's the brig.
Yeah, it's so fucking.
I have my
cell.
own prison cells, dog.
The Polaris is the perfect org ship.
Oh yeah.
For now, yeah. For now, absolutely.
It was the. It was the rerun,
Emergency
easily.
escape pods, dope.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Weapons. There's an armory. Oh wait, no, that's a fucking turret.
That's a turret, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm-
It looks so nice.
I love the aesthetic of the ship. Oh, crew
Yeah,
quarter,
it looks
okay.
Like an actual
Navy bunk.
military
Yeah.
area.
Brother,
A mirror.
was there camera in the toilet?
Yeah.
um,
Mirror. supposed to be, I think.
Yeah. Well, no, it's there's
Oh, there's a camera in there.
actually a camera in the mirror.
Yeah. People want to watch themselves take a shit.
I guess record it, stream it live.
Look, you get
Listen, fucking Aiden Ross would do it. So
Yeah, it's
Aiden
fair.
Ross is a fucking idiot, so he'll do anything.
yeah. All right, what are we looking
I
at
stand
here?
by that, dude. I can't stand that fucking.
Okay.
Mess.
Yeah,
the
mess.
lounge area?
Yeah.
Because how many people are in the org now? Me, you, Adam.
I think it's
Hunter,
like 6 or 8. I don't know.
Socrates.
Enough to run the fucking
Or enough if we
Well,
all
the
got
thing
together,
is
we can run that
Cody.
ship.
Cody also has this ship.
Does he really?
Yeah, Cody. Of course, he's
Oh,
$30,000.
he's got
We now have access to 2 Polarises.
So that's even scarier because then you can get the 2 Polarises together, and then whatever the fuck you
Med
guys
Bay.
wanna load in
Med
them,
Bay.
and
Let's
Med
fucking
Bay
go. It
after 'em.
has
Hey.
medical. Are they spawn points though? Go touch a computer. That's important for me to know. Are they spawn points? He says you. He says you can do your respawning, but he doesn't actually touch them. It's I have the fucking
Okay. Oh, he's
captions
got the audio
up. Yeah, I have the audio dead. No, I'm just looking at the captions. Open hangar.
Yeah,
So the hangar has 4 different access panels, so you can come in from all different directions. It's crazy. 4 different doors.
fucking wild.
The mini map is crazy because you would be fucking lost in this ship without the mini map. Okay, he's heading towards the nose of the ship now. He passed crew quarters. I'm assuming he just passed captain's quarters and didn't go into it. This is the armory, Adam.
Oh shit. Okay, that's really well done. I am enjoying that.
I don't know why there's a couch in the armory. I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah.
That's
Should have been a bench instead of a couch.
Now,
Just
I'm-
a straight bench.
my only thing.
Fucking
Is
gun racks everywhere.
Yes, it looks
Yeah.
amazing, but I know we're gonna have to wait like a month before it's usable.
Well, that's what they did with the Zeus.
I don't know.
The Zeus has like a shit ton of gun racks. So I'm like that. I hope they do something similar.
No, I'm not talking about like usability wise. I'm talking about like glitching and lagging.
glitching.
Oh
through
yeah,
everything.
yeah. I mean, there could be some issues, but they've been putting out very like well-built ships recently
Say
that
the
haven't
Zeus
had
was
those
fucking
problems. Yeah,
really well done.
the Zeus
It
is
flies
fucking on the tops
smooth.
right now. So this is going to be. It's going to have the planet in it when you roll up on a planet. It's not in there yet. It's like the
The
Carrack.
scanner
It's
and
like the Carrack when you
Carrack,
pull up
yeah.
the Carrack and it has that globe in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Same principle. It's going to be for targeting weapons and shit like that. And this is the cockpit. Dude, it looks so good.
Oh my god, a little captain seat in the center.
I
Hell yeah.
do wish that it was clear down here.
Yeah.
Like the Carrack, specifically like the Carrack,
so
because you can
see,
see
yeah.
down. I only can see forward now.
Yeah, that does kind of there, but like hopefully they do.
Okay,
something.
so shut the fuck up. Hold on. Did you see the? So this is called the captain's seat.
Yep.
I don't know what it does because this is called the pilot's seat.
Oh.
I'm guessing it's navigation.
Well, the
power-
yeah, I'm assuming he's got a lot of the controls for power and shit. I hope that I can fly from the captain's seat because it would be weird to fly like off centered.
I'm gonna doubt it.
Did Lee go? Is Lee still here?
I have no idea.
Somebody check on Lee.
Lee.
That's fire though. I'm so glad, dude. It's
Discord,
worth the
man.
wait.
Oh, look at the fucking thing on top. Fuck. Oh, goddamn.
The air brakes for landing.
Yeah. That's cool as shit.
Yeah. I'm curious
That's
where
a-
the torpedoes drop out of.
That's a big bitch. It's gonna need some help landing.
Look at the hangar, dude. Of course,
That's what I'm
you
saying,
saw a
could fit a
dude
whole
in the
ass fucking
hangar.
lightning in there.
Yeah, you saw a dude in the hangar. I probably fit 2 to 3 lightnings in here if you wedge them right, Adam. That's
Oh,
a big boy. It ain't no slouch. That's so much bigger than everybody expected. Okay, we're taking off. Close the exterior, stupid. What are you doing? Pick the landing gear up.
Okay.
Streamlined. I love how they tuck in and the metal plates stuck over them, right?
Yep.
The panels up here close down for landing, and the extensions popped out here and here. I'm assuming because this is a capital ship, these extensions are going to be jump panels again. Like the Carrack.
Oh,
The
yeah, that's
Carrack
right,
is supposed to
it
get
is,
an
yeah.
update where it gets like these big, I don't know what you call them, poles essentially that hang out from it that let it jump from anywhere to anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be able to create its own jump points.
Yeah, because it's they're capital ships.
Okay, so we're taking off. He closed exterior. So now you
Yeah,
can see it all
everything's
shut
closing
up.
now.
I just want to know how long it takes to get out of orbit.
He's making
Probably
pretty
half a
good.
minute, but he's
Yeah, I mean he's
been
making
going up.
altitude pretty quickly.
And he's just in hover. He's not even like
Yeah, no, he's just straight twisting the stick straight up.
trying to
He's not boosting or
burn that
anything.
bitch. Yeah.
The dash is also crazy. I love this. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is so much nicer than any other RSI ship.
Yeah, it
This is better than the Zeus. This is better than the Andromedas. This is better than the Mantis.
I'm just excited to
Alright.
see your merchant man come out.
Dude, it's gonna be years. Oh, so look, there's missiles. Or those are gonna be the size 3s, I'm guessing.
So
Those are
I'm
definitely
guessing
not
you have
size 10s.
a gun seat and a driver's seat.
I'm assuming so too. Yeah.
And maybe that
maybe that's
your
what the
captain's
captain
seat
does. Is he's the
controls-
weapons controller. Yeah.
Yeah, missile away. Yeah.
Very dope. Very dope. Worth the watch. I'll give this man a thumbs up on his video. I appreciate it. I did come over here to turn on like audio while I went to go to the bathroom, but we pretty much wasted our entire 15 minutes. So I'm gonna run to the restroom really quickly. If you guys want to talk for 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and I'll be right back.
Right.
Good talk.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for the ship. That's gonna be fun. Well, especially
yeah.
if we can get everybody on at one time.
Oh yeah, no. It'll be another one of those Carrick adventures once we have everybody on there.
Well, it's gonna be
Get it
first
all
of
loaded
all
up.
45 minutes of us loading everything into the ship.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
With-
now that it's big enough to fit big things, though, we can all like
With-
outfit one really quickly versus
With multiple fuck ups trying to load it the first time.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The first few times that we get everything set up, we're gonna experiment and probably blow some shit up. But
Oh yeah, no, we'll accidentally destroy the ship several times.
yeah,
But that's okay. We're learning.
yeah, that's gonna happen.
Shit happens. I don't know what to play after we're done with this today.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, I'm back. Ooh,
All
wrong
right.
earbud.
Welcome back. Lee, you here yet, bud? Fall asleep on us?
I think homie fell asleep. But it's fine. Whatever. Not that important. You can just do what everybody else does and go back and watch the video. Shit happens. Man's tired. Fucking spine surgery. I'm not worried about him.
Had need. Yeah.
That's fine. We can figure it out the rest of the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta get to him anyways. Fine.
All right.
Yeah, he's chilling in the cell right now anyway.
Well, the issue is the next part is him waking up in the cell.
We'll get
So, well,
kid first.
he's in the same cell.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
As the sun moves deeper into the sky, you can't seem to shake its glare. The young boy groans in the corner, holding his stomach. He moans about food and hurting, and turns over to his other side and groans again. You hear a distant cat's meow. You've seen them catch their prey a few times just outside your cell gate, and immediately knew that was a boastful meow. The predator had won the day. Your own stomach growls, and the boy growls again, or groans again. Someone opens the gate at the end of the hall, and the boy shoots up and yells, "Oh, thank Joaquin, food!" And Ty yells from the end of the hallway, "No, it's just us. We're all getting out of here. Where's your sister?"
That's actually exactly what I'm gonna yell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all getting out of here. Where's your sister?
Sorry to disappoint.
Sorry, bud. Working on the food part, but you don't have to be in the cell anymore.
Hey, listen, we'll take it, right? So I'm not gonna make you roll for it just because it takes up too much time. You can unlock their door. Takes a little bit of time. You do pop it loose.
Probably say I'm getting pretty good at it at this point.
You know, practiced at the very least.
I'm escapee champion.
Um,
I am an upstanding citizen.
I'm not.
Whatever makes you feel.
And by flexing my American citizenship in my First Amendment right, I want to say that RFK Jr. Sounds like a mixture of the little annoying kid from the Wild Thornberries, Donnie Thornberry,
No, Donnie Thornberry.
the Tasmanian devil or tiger, I don't know what he was, the Tasmanian devil from Looney Tunes, and the hillbilly Cajun from The Waterboy.
Yeah, all three of them.
All three of them. If you mix them together, and a blender, let's just throw a blender in there. If you mixed all four of those, that's what RFK Jr. sounds like. That man's voice, I don't know how you could hear his voice. And the thing is, like, listen, I speak a fuckload of languages, right? I read a fuckload of languages. His voice only works in English. I need subtitles to understand him. And what the fuck is coming out of his mouth, dog?
Why are they letting this man on TV? First of all,
we gotta hire him a press announcer or something. Holy shit!
I'll learn sign language.
You almost need a sign language interpreter to understand this motherfucker, dude.
It's terrible.
I cannot stress this enough. Like, if you go back and you just think, if you watch, just go back into Google and YouTube and type in "hillbilly from the Waterboy." Watch any scene from him, and then go watch any interview with RFK Jr. and tell me it's not the same fucking voice.
You can tell from the last time he had a medical issue, like pre-COVID, he's never like mentally aged because he's still bitching about fluoride in the water. Like, this man did not survive.
Listen, Listeria 2025. That's all I gotta say.
Yep.
Raw milk, stupid ass motherfucker.
This stupid motherfucker.
Listeria 2025. That's all I gotta say. Everybody, get all 260 people in line for the presidency. As a matter of fact, drinking that raw milk, brother. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Get them all hooked up. Anyway, you get everybody unlocked. You manage to find Sherry, and she's on the same floor farther down the hall. As soon as she hears your voice, she kind of calls out for you and lets you know that she's there. And once you gather everybody, what is your next goal?
Gear, equipment, our stuff, and food.
Try and track down the scent of our gear. We gotta get all the stuff we stole and all the stuff that
we brought.
Okay. Make me a. You're still in your bear form, so go ahead and make me an add advantage. Do perception check. It's a scent thing. We'll call it perception. Yeah.
Works for me. 16.
Okay. With a 16, you manage to track it down. It does take a little while. And the sun is, we'll say, fully down by this point, by the time you actually make your way into the into the armory that has your equipment that's been stored in there. Each of them are just kind of thrown into a small open top crate. Nothing is really kept in any sort of organized manner, so you guys have to like parse through all these things one at a time and find out who's what's whose. The question is, what did you do? Who do you delineate? Who do you give each item to?
Right. So
that you found on Duggar.
So we've got
the flying daggers to the kid. Obviously, the only one that throws daggers, I imagine.
Well, he's a
the rogue.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the kid is a hexblade.
Technically.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably like 20-ish, 18, 20, the other one, but the actual kid is like 15.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we give it to the rogue, obviously, Tyler. That's the kid I mean.
It's just
The
Ty.
staff, yeah, the
No
staff
lure.
goes to the healer, of course.
Cleric.
Okay.
Cleric. What was the rest?
So we've got
No,
a ring
one
of
was-
Featherfall.
Yeah.
We have a
one
great
was that.
sword. I couldn't catch what the entirety of the great sword was.
Frostbrand.
Frostbrand,
Ooh,
and then we have a
okay.
belt of Hill Giant Strength.
Okay.
Do we want to give the belt of Hill Giant Strength to our Goliath just to add insult to injury?
It would only give him 1 more strength.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll give him
He-
Frostbrand, and I'll take the belt of Hill Giant Strength because I could definitely use it.
Okay, and then the Ring of Featherfall.
That'll go to the kid, the actual kid.
Okay.
Because he didn't get anything else, and
Okay.
I feel bad.
Okay, so I need to add that item to my inventory because there's probably
So you gave Ruse the
a Featherfall
Frostbrand.
ring.
no
Rock-
barbarian
yeah.
You got
Frostbrand.
Frostbrand,
Okay,
yeah.
Frostbrand, greatsword. Add equipment and so you would need to take a short rest to attune to these items, just so you know.
Take a break to sort
Um,
everything out. And
So that's what I was gonna say is while you're finding these items and sorting these things out, he your rogue, the one who like collected them in the first place, is gonna divvy them out in whatever order, and then while everybody's getting their other things, we'll count that as your short rest, and you can be attuned to your items.
So, question on how this item works.
Okay.
Because the description is that it hurls daggers, right? It summons 2 magical daggers and it hurls them. It never runs out of daggers. I can use it infinitely. Do I just roll that as just me throwing 2 regular daggers?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so I just roll my dagger twice on every attack then. Because it can hurl both.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's one thing; it's capable of doing both on a single attack roll. Yes.
Okay. So I'll roll to hit twice and then roll damage twice.
Well, I think the easier way to do it is just roll the damage for like so say you get 2 attacks, right? Or you're a fighter and you get 2 attacks, or I think you get attack as a bonus action as well at a certain point.
I can technically throw 2 daggers a turn, like right now.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
so
you can throw one per turn. Throw 2 per turn.
right, so that allows you to throw 2 in a one singular attack.
Okay,
You'd be using 2 attacks, so in this case you would throw 4. If you want to throw for all 4, you can. If you want to roll for all 4, that's totally fine. It's just a lot more rolling for you.
Okay, I just wanted to see how do we want to. Well, I don't think I can change each one's targeting.
No.
So, roll to hit once, roll damage twice, or just
That's fine. Or just roll the double dice, I guess. Yeah, roll it like you got a crit effectively, unless you get a crit. Obviously, then you would roll 4 dice instead of 2.
Rolling, yeah. Okay. So I'll just double roll damage then. That'll at least cut the rolling in half.
Yeah, it's still plus the whatever normal modifier is though. So if it's for your weapon is like 1d4 plus 6. That doesn't seem right. Seems too high.
Mine is a
1d4 plus.
one. Oh no, my damage is 1d4 plus 3.
Okay, so yeah, so it's still going to be
So it'll just
plus
turn into
3. It'll be
2d4
2d4 plus 3. Right.
plus
It would be like getting a crit essentially. Unless you got a crit, then
but
you
then
would
if
roll
you-
4d4 plus 3.
Well, no, it would be 1d4 plus 3 twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then wouldn't I just do 2d4 plus 6?
No, because it's still
on each dagger.
so I don't know how it applies to the new rogue setting. That's the one thing. I'll have to look through your character, but for right now, we'll just do it as plus 3. If we need to adjust it to be plus 6, we'll do it when the session's over, and I'll go over it with you because we still got to do that fucking security shit for your computer after this.
Okay. Nice, because the bracer never runs out of daggers.
Yeah. If effectively you don't have to buy them, you don't lose them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a piece of armor.
So it might not get confiscated for me all the damn time.
Might.
Heavy might.
All right. Fuck, I forgot to make coffee. Anyway, you've gathered everybody, you've divvied up everybody's items, everyone's attuned to their items. Just do me for wherever you wrote your notes, just write down what you gave to the other ones, because the only one I gave his shit is Ruse right now, because I have his character sheet up. Just write down that you gave Yule the healing stick and the fucking ring to Asher. Perfect.
I'm putting in my notes.
I've got it, bud, because I've already got a list of the items.
Perfect.
Gotcha. Okay.
We gave the. What was your character's name again? I'm gonna have to ask you.
Bernard.
You're not gonna believe this. He's a bear, so his name is Bernard.
Okay, yeah, that tracks. Okay, so Ring of Featherfall went to what's the kid's name?
Asher. And
in parentheses, kid.
Yule got the healing stick.
Yule.
YUL. And then
beast of a man.
Rouge.
Got the sword.
Right. So I want to say that I want to think about this as if you're a bear and you put it on still. So like you had to like try and figure out how to size it.
Yeah.
So it's a magical. It's a magical item, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll sit. But yeah,
shut the fuck up, Ben. God damn it! Ruin all my fucking fun, dude. He was sitting there thinking about being a bear, trying to put a belt on.
I'm still thinking it's pretty hard to put the fucking belt on.
Hey, he's still got to latch the belt.
I got no thumbs.
Currently, he still has to figure out how to latch his belt.
Anyway, so you do get your strength now jumps up to 21.
Yes.
I was considering Storm Giant, and then I was like, nah, one of your characters already has 20 strength. The other one can just have 21. when I was considering this.
The Storm Giant just gave 20?
Storm Giant is 28.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's like the...
You know how I need to find a Storm Giant belt now. You know how funny it would be with a rogue with a 28 strength?
The last paladin that I played was a blue dragonborn, so he spat lightning. And I worshipped the Stormlord. And I was given by the Stormlord a belt of Storm Giant strength.
Wait, consider how funny it would be to have a rogue with a 28 strength.
I also used a trident. And it was really funny when I threw the trident at people, and they just exploded.
People?
Yeah. So I would roll, and it would be like fucking 27 to hit, and he'd be like, "Yeah, it's a crit," and I'd be like, "Okay, great." And then I would roll the damage, and it would be fucking absurd, because I had taken like proficiency with the weapon, so I got my proficiency bonus added to it. I was doing double dice damage already. It was a magical trident. When I would throw it, it would just make people turn into fucking mist. I missed that dragon boy. He was so much fun. I ended up crashing a ship, like a airship, into the big bad and created effectively a nuclear blast by detonating the ship's drive system. You know, like the magic that propels the ship forward. Yeah. Yeah, I overwhelmed the magical core when I ran the ship into him and killed myself.
How mad was your DM?
Pretty unhappy, because I was like, so can I do you remember Rogue One when they boosted the ship and ran right into him? And he's like, yeah, I remember it. And I was like, okay, so what if I grab the ship's engine and go fucking supernova with lightning? And he's like, God damn it,
motherfucker.
What if I literally harness the power of lightning and make everything explode?
And he said, do you want to say anything? And I said, well, I mean, I feel like by the power of Grayskull is the only thing to say at this point. I fucking...
one good option.
I have the power, is what I don't know if you remember the 1985 Transformers special, where I have the power.
The power?
That was the only other option I had.
It is actually the only option you had.
So yeah, my character bear hugged the engine and drew lightning straight into the engine. Used himself as the conductor with my big ass paladin armor and my
Oh yeah, because you were very,
I was very lightning based, I carried a fucking metal pitchfork thing. What the fuck is that called? Trident. I carried a golden trident. So yeah, I summoned fucking lightning and then jammed the trident into the engine. And it blew us up, and I won. And he's like, okay, he literally he throws his dice and he goes, okay, guys, game over, I guess. And everybody else survived. I died.
Listen, that works. I think the only reason I want to be a rogue with 28 strength is because everybody that looks at me is gonna be like, "Oh, he's soft and squishy," and then they're gonna shoulder check me, and I'm gonna send them.
Oh no, you grow in size. Not
you.
Yeah, no, so he's a bear and put the belt on. We'll say it doesn't actually like affect him, but over the short rest, he drops his form. He comes back into being a human, and like when he clicks the belt into place, finally, all of a sudden his muscles just go, become dramatically.
Real swole fucking rogue.
Yeah, no, you'd be a little guy, but you'd be swole up.
Yeah. I always like giving it to a wizard. That way, a wizard can.
That's a funny one, yeah.
Punchy wizard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I use lay on hands as I strike this motherfucker.
He actually he casts catch these hands. It's different.
Exactly.
It's different than lay on hands.
Slightly different.
It does substantially more emotional damage.
Anyways,
I cast Tasha's catch these hands.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I ever build a wizard kit,
cast Mordekainen's Muay Thai.
There you go. That one.
No, wait. I'm gonna tell you now. The first spell.
Tasha's Tai Chi
is gonna be the laughter.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Yeah, Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
It's fun as fuck.
And I'm casting it on fucking everyone that pisses me off.
Go for it.
Party member wants to argue with me. Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Let's see. Where we at? So you've gathered your items. What is the next goal? Food. Okay.
We going to the kitchen.
Time to raid. I'm a bear. I'm hungry.
Well, you dropped your form. You're a human.
Yeah. Hey, boo boo. Where's the pick?
You gonna bear up again to go find some food?
No.
Okay.
No,
you just explore. So give me a survival check.
Okay.
I'll help you out. I'll try to sniff it out.
Okay, you can have advantage.
Advantage?
Yeah, you have advantage. He's gonna help you. Okay, with an 18, you do find it does take you a little bit. Sun's definitely fully set. It's full dark outside at this point. You can hear the fucking like crickets chirping and shit outside.
Cicadas.
Sure. And then you do find the kitchen, and you can see that inside this kitchen there is one dead body, and it is walking, doing that same shamble that you've seen 7 weeks ago.
Dagger throw.
Go for it.
Thing.
Roll a hit.
And it's surprise, correct? So I get advantage?
Sure. Fuck it.
That's how that works, isn't it?
Normally, yeah. I think your character's designed differently now, but yes, we'll give it to you for now. Till we go over the way your character is. Like, rogues aren't the same as they used to be.
Oh, okay. So no, it would just
Rogue's got a huge update. Probably the most well thought out update, in my opinion. It's very, very well done. And it's only going to get better because they're going to refine certain things on it. They're not going to... I don't think they're going to nerf anyone. I think they're going to bring everybody up to that ability.
No, rogues and monks finally got like a
buff?
A level playing field for later things.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're no longer dead after level 1, essentially.
What now, bud?
My sneak attack, because like I don't have a sneak... Oh, there it is. Okay. So...
Yeah, so you can't add it on to the roll, so you have to roll and then you
I just it was in a different spot because like how it used to be is the sneak attack used to be down here under the sneak attack tab, and now it's actually on my actions.
Yes. Yeah. They moved it. They did.
Just want to mention that I've still never charged these.
Jesus. No. All right, so I'll roll the hit.
Ever.
14.
Best gift ever.
Yeah, 14 hits. 14 hits. And then go ahead and roll your damage, I guess. Yeah.
So I'm gonna manually roll it because it's weird.
That's fine.
7 on the daggers,
Okay.
and then 12 on the sneak attack.
So 19. Yeah. So with 19, go on, Dick.
Just 2 magical daggers, 1 in the forehead, 1 in the chest.
Okay.
Or back. I'm assuming we're not facing him.
Yeah. No, he would be facing away from you. Correct.
Yeah, 1 in the back of the head, 1 in the back, like dead center, and he just fucking face plants.
Sure. Yep. And then the daggers is like by the time he hits the ground, the daggers just poof into little black puffs of smoke,
Okay.
and then pink pink reappear on your wrist.
So that is another thing on those, by the way. If I do summon daggers, if I don't hurl them instantly, they disappear.
Yes, you don't get to keep them.
I can't just have them prepped.
No, I'm just think of it as like
Action.
maybe it's got just for a physical descriptor, it's got like 2 little gems on it or something, and those gems like light up so you know that it has both charges in it. Okay. That way, just for a descriptor, that way you kind of, the little, give you a little visual on it anyway. It gives you the to let you know that it has both of its capabilities and that it's currently usable because you've experienced it in your life when magical items didn't work.
Yes.
Magic currently is very fucking weird and doesn't work, which is why it was really, really weird, and it's just now dawning on you that little short fucker cast Revivify.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Also, magic is illegal in your town.
Wait a double minute.
I mean, we just broke out of prison. I don't think we have.
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly right. So we will say, you guys managed to find some food that's not weirdly rotten or
It's only been
tainted in some way.
We hope.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like you're thinking prison kitchen, like Orange is the New Black. I'm thinking like very small batch kitchen.
Yeah.
Like
I'm thinking like
it's not.
Jail, Georgia.
Yeah, it's not made to support 500 people. You know, what I mean, the prison is big, but it's not that big. It's like maybe 100 people, 100 cells. It's a big enough kitchen to feed 100 people, but like 100 people don't sit in this room at once, is what I'm saying. So there's no need to store that much food. So you find food, you eat, everyone eats. The boy eats his fucking brains out. You guys are all a little like concerned for his health, the way he's eating. It's like, has he eaten ever?
At all?
Prior to this, do you know? Have you ever seen food, brother? Are you good?
Has your mom been starving? Your sister been starving you?
You would know, dog. Shit.
I would know, and I would also keep my mouth shut.
Glad you know yourself.
So everyone is eaten. Everyone has their gear back on. Everyone is together. What is our next goal?
I'm gonna make the suggestion of going to the roof so we can kind of see, or up to one of like the guard towers or something, so we can see what the fuck's going on outside and not be at ground level.
I mean, we know where the airship was, right?
Vaguely, if it's still
Took
here.
us from it. Yeah, I was gonna say I'd check. That'd be my first thing. See if the fucking airship's still here.
Oh, we can check that. I'm all for it.
How are you going to check it?
To see if it's still here, we're just gonna kind of
Trying to retrace
find
the
it.
steps. Yeah, the way
Okay.
they took us out. to
Where,
try to
yeah.
get the
So that would be on the floor that the kitchen is on, which would have been one up from where you picked up the halfling, the young half elf, and his sister, and once you're at that floor, effectively there's a set of 2 gates that keep you from entering to the like courtyard area that you were brought in from. You could pick the lock on both gates if you'd like to, or try and break them down again. These are more wrought iron than I'm sorry, no, these would be more like iron, not wrought iron, not cheap shitty iron, but iron, then your cells had like solid thick wood doors with iron bars in them. These are just iron gates to keep you out. So you could try and break them off, but like the strength on metal would be higher than wood.
I will pick them.
Okay, go ahead and give me
especially because I have my stuff now.
No, go ahead and give me 2 checks.
28.
Pop that first lock like it's not even it's a push door.
14.
It's a push door. The second one, a pull door, and you pushed it and it didn't go out. But you do manage to pop the lock on both of them. As both of these gates open, a light kind of cloud-like mist begins to push its way into the door, the doorway. And as you peer through, you realize it's pretty difficult to see, but from what you can see, you feel like that airship is not here. If you exit into the courtyard, there's some other information, but if you're going to stay inside, I'll let you know.
Are we like pretty close to like? Is there around the airship? I'm assuming there's a tower of some sort.
There would be towers. There would be towers around the walls. The airship was just landed in the courtyard. The airship is also not there anymore.
Okay.
From what you can see through the kind of mist that's rolling in, you don't see an airship.
Okay. How close am I to one of those towers?
The towers are going to be like 60-foot high, smooth stone walls.
Okay.
You're a bit away. The only two like towers are what would be around the actual entrance gate to the courtyard that leads out of the prison.
Okay. Well, I guess our options here is we can go towards one of those towers and try to get a view, or we can wing it and just walk out the door.
Me and I always like to see where we're going first. Maybe we can see something we wouldn't. So if we can't get the airship, might as well get that.
Okay.
And we'll head up the tower. See if we can see anything within the next with the couple
Okay.
areas first.
That mist sets in pretty heavy by the time you actually make it out to the towers. If you want to, you can unlock one of those doors. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. We're fine. You do manage to pick the lock on one of the doors, and then you can go up several flights of stairs. You have to climb 60 feet in a spiral staircase. Pretty long way up. Once you make it to the top and you peer out over the side, you realize that this fog is set in outside as well, and you cannot see anything but a few glowing torches here and there. And a fairly windy night. At this height, fairly windy. The mist is actually very low set. It's like floating over the water, and you would know that this prison is on an island. So as the mist is like the fog, whatever you want to call it, is over the water, you can't actually even see the bridge looking down that goes from the prison to land.
I tried to talk with muted. Are we seeing anything in front of like directly in front of the door or anything like that would be a problem trying to like lead to the bridge?
Can't see it.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, you go down, you talking like in front of you to the door or past the door in front of it?
Like straight down, do I see anything against the walls? Like as far as I can see forward, like anything walking around or anything like that?
You're roughly 60 feet high, looking down into fog. You can't see dick.
Okay.
If you go back down to the bottom and you look through the gate, the big the portcullis that's the gate, if you look through that, there's nothing so far immediately in front of the gate, but it is just a white wall of fog beyond that, and none of you have any sort of lamps or anything that you've tried to light, any torches, and your dark vision is, it's not like
it's not dark, so
well, No, it's dark outside. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. It is dark outside, but the dark vision works like if you turn the lights off in a room and like you can kind of see the outlines of things. It's not like you can't read a book in dark vision.
No, it's pretty
It's
much I
it's
can
more like
see
broad
shapes
shapes. Yeah, you can see like the desk you're sitting at. You could see like the outline of your keyboard, the outline of your monitor, the outline of your computer,
I
but
can
you
just tell that
couldn't.
something's there.
Yeah, yeah, it's shapes. You're seeing in effectively what like Daredevil sees it.
Okay.
But it's black and white. That's the other thing to mention. There's no color to it. And then some of you in the group don't have dark vision, so you're definitely having to guide them around.
Yeah.
Seriously.
There he goes. He finally fell asleep. Or finally realized he was dead.
So
Damn it. Hold on.
bad news, y'all, for because I'm assuming I know that the ones that don't have dark vision or can't see very well.
I'm sure they would have said something. Yeah, they would have like had you
Yeah, like, I
help
can't
guide
see
them or
shit.
something.
Bad news, we're gonna have to go out the front gate. Badder news, I don't know what's out there.
Well, this was a right waste of time, wasn't it?
It was worth a shot.
It's fair, but I mean, look, we've both been here before. You remember anything about a dock? Maybe it's an island, so they got to have some way to get stuff in and on. It's not just the airship.
I've only ever been
There's
drug in by a
a
carrier
bridge.
airship.
Yeah, a bridge.
Yeah,
There's a bridge. Yeah, there's a bridge that crosses, but I've never been brought in here any other way.
right. Then
We're
there's
walking
no
by the sounds
dock.
of it.
Yeah, if there's no dock, we're gonna have to go for the bridge. The bad thing is, if it's the bridge, there's only one way in and one way out. Which means if there is anything like going on with all them dead people, we're fucked.
We're gonna have to prepare for a fight. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, the upside, if anybody's on that bridge, they can't see us either.
yep.
So,
Well,
I mean, we'll just have to pick our fights cautiously and move slow, I guess.
do what we can. If we have to, we'll plow through them. Get this big
I
old
mean,
guy a block of wood or something. Turn him
if
into a
there's
battering ram.
if there's anything in front of us, I'll try to take him out at range long before it becomes a problem up close. Is the best I can do.
It works for me. All we can do.
Who all cannot see?
Me. I think
Christ.
the Goliath.
The Goliath, Sherry, and Asher.
Okay, Asher.
Yeah, he's a half elf, so
let's-
he does not also get dark vision.
Yeah.
Let's
I
get a couple torches
half
lit.
elves do.
Yeah, I thought hell yeah.
You might have to check him. I thought they didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they do. They get like all the good shit of elves, just not all the good shit of
Hold on,
humans.
I'll pull him up right now. Okay, so he does. Yeah, he does, but I think I made his sister full human, so I don't think she gets it.
Okay. So
He was like he was a bastard.
So
yeah,
let's
that makes sense.
for the non-CN folk, let's get a couple torches lit so that we can at least somewhat keep track of each other. I'll say every other person lights one, or we all have
one,
and then
we'll give one to the Goliath.
Okay.
Yeah, the two biggest guys probably the smartest to hold it. You guys are gonna hold them up a little higher.
They're also the ones that can't see. That makes sense.
Yeah, we'll keep the chick with keep the barmaid with Ruse.
And then I'll stay just a hair in front of you guys, and
so I say maybe you stay a hair behind us unless we're checking for something specific.
well, the only reason I say a little bit ahead is because I can take anything out at range.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. It's just a matter of we're going to be a beacon. So if you want to stay hidden, you stay behind us, and if anything does attack me or Ruse, you're there to beat the shit out of it.
We can do that. I'm fine with that.
How you gonna open the gate?
Very carefully, skillful, and precision. We're gonna find the gate opening mechanism.
very carefully. We're gonna make sure we push and pull.
It's
First.
probably a up and down kind of gate, is my assumption.
It's a portcullis, but a portcullis often has a door built into it.
Yeah.
That door would also be locked.
I will do my damnedest to take care of it, and if I can't take care of it, somebody's going through it.
Go for it.
Is there anybody else here, by the way? Like anybody else in the hall? Like we've been passing all these cells.
Not a soul have you met.
Oh, so they left us here.
Yeah, funny enough, the guy in the kitchen also was not dressed like a guard.
He dressed like a prisoner.
Oh,
He was not.
Cool.
bastards! If I ever find those fuckers, I'm gonna put a freaking bear paw through them.
Yeah.
I had a little more torturous things in mind, but all right.
Give me a sleight hand check. Pop that lock.
24.
Okay, with the 24, it does take a minute to probably half a minute or so wiggling your wave tool and pick around.
In the process of doing this, I'm like, we probably should have looked for the keys while we were inside.
Yeah, well.
But it does click,
Late.
and you rotate the tumbler, and the door swings open. It was a pull door.
Huh?
I feel so unwelcomed.
It, in fact,
They
is a
didn't want us to be
prison.
here.
Um,
It's almost like they didn't want us to be here.
and then, sorry. Everybody gets to leave. As you cross the bridge, who is leading the walk across the bridge? It's the two big guys, right?
Yeah,
The torches.
Bernard and Bruce, yeah.
Okay, so we'll say you guys are like standing kind of on either side of the bridge. The bridge is only about 10 feet wide, so it's not like you're fucking.
Yeah. We've got the kid, the sister behind the kid, and then Yule behind them.
Think of it like a triangle formation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got you.
and then the rogue about like 10 feet behind us in total.
Does
so if
Yule
anything-
also get halflings? Definitely get fucking.
Yes, I do
dark
believe
vision,
they get
right?
dark
Yule has
vision.
dark vision.
As long as you're
So-
not like normally medium size, you usually do.
So Yule's like
He does
our-
not have dark vision actually.
Oh, great.
Oh,
So
shit.
it's just
Well, he's
me
next to
and.
you.
But he has advantage to avoid or end the frightened condition.
Oh, well.
He also has a hellfire mace that he can like ignite and make it glow and fire. So he can also just carry his mace around.
We'll say he's doing that just because I didn't know he also didn't have dark vision.
Yeah.
So he's like the center light. So like
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
see all three lights.
You can see all three of them, yeah. You kind of get like even if they get a little further away from you, you can still see
I
the
can- yeah.
silhouettes of everyone.
And then like Asher's like my pre-warning. Since he's ahead of me, he can see further up than I can. I
Sure.
can see everybody.
Yeah.
He sees ahead of everybody.
Okay. Yeah. So it's only you and him that have the dark vision. But yeah, I got you.
That's
Um,
terrifying.
So Adam, make me a perception check, please.
Yep.
And it is like it's natural sound is occurring, so I'm going to give you advantage on this. I just want to make sure what detail you gain from it.
Gotcha. Rolling. 20.
Okay. As you hit the other end of the bridge, the land end of the bridge, you are met with the sight of supine bodies. Some being knelt over, and others limbless. Others are engulfed in pools of blood. The humans kneeling over them seem to have their faces buried against them. Moans, groans, and screams fill the air, along with the sounds of tearing flesh. There's a fire outside these walls. There's the fire still raging from the direction it was previously, because now you're on the south end of the island, or you're on the south end of the city, I should say. I'm sorry. You're on the southern end of the city. If you look at the prison, you came out of the Martyr's Gate. It's the left gate of the prison, not the Hero's Gate, but the Martyr's Gate.
Okay.
Okay. So you've left. You know where you're looking at it on the map. You know where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I have it
So
open.
yeah, you've left the Martyr's Gate. There is a fire burning in the direction of the southern dock. So if you draw a line straight to the left of where you're at, you'll see it above in the waterline, southern docks. There's a fire raging in that area.
Southern dock area. Is that also the same docks we
No.
saw the dock workers fighting earlier?
That would have been the western docks, the ones on the
western docks.
the ones up right above that. Yeah. Um. Um. A few more than a dozen people kneeling slowly turn their heads, their chins dripping in crimson. Chunks of meat and strands of skin dangle loosely from their teeth, and their pale and lifeless eyes shift between each of you as they sniff forcefully. Enter zombie noises.
Yeah.
The kneelers lift from the ground, the shoulders turn to meet the directions of their heads. The arms droop freely, and the major joints all seem slightly askew. The movement seems very rigid, unskilled, and uncoordinated. And the closest is about 30 feet away, just across this. If you look at that area, it has like a small square area in front of it. Like there's no buildings. Just across that area, where you have like a brown top trapezoidal building. You see it right across from Martyr's Gate. Martyr's Gate.
Martyr's Gate, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that like straight across that little open square in front of it, straight across from the gate. There's a like trapezoidal brown top building attached to a bunch of little square yellow top buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that roughly is where they're at, about 30 feet from you.
Okay.
And they begin to shamble toward you at the foot of the stairs. I'm sorry, at the foot of the bridge, the end of the bridge. They seem to be making their way towards you. It is slow, but it is deliberate. Since you are in the front, I'm going to ask you to make me a survival check. We're going to do a little party survival check challenge. Actually, you know what? Both of you are here. You both can roll, and we'll do like an average of the two.
Okay. All right, I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Ben?
I also got a dirty 20.
Did you know the average of a dirty 20 is dirty 20?
No, I did not.
Just in case. Fantastically, that's great for both of you to do that. You succeed, obviously, and it allows you to create some space with these creatures that seem to be shambling towards you. So you tell me what you do.
What's the distance between each of them? Are they like grouped together? Or are they kind of spread out?
They're pretty spread out.
These are shamblers, right? Like they're not
moving
fast.
They don't seem to be running at you in any kind of way. No, they're definitely
just,
still like.
Me and Ruse take our time, and I direct him, and we move big things in the way and kind of move around him. So like eventually we just kind of.
Okay, what direction are you heading from Martyr's Gate? I feel like that's what we should clarify first. Are you making that right? Are you if you're leaving Martyr's Gate, it would be a right, but if you're looking down at the map, it's a left. So let's use the like cardinal directions here. Are you coming south out of Martyr's Gate, going west on that road, or are you going to continue south?
Best way probably continue south.
Okay.
Let me open the bigger map and make sure.
I'm trying to see.
The Goliath is going to look at you and say, I don't know if this is important, but I heard guards talking in front of my cell. Well, they thought I was asleep. And they said that the dead had a couple of things. The dead have overwhelmed the city. A lich has risen and has killed the rest of. I'm sorry, has raised the rest of the dead. The council. I'm sorry. This is kind of like drunken banter between guards, right? So the council would probably pay or even promote us if we chose to go fight, right? And then he tells you that they said the lich went towards the gold spires. And then he also is going to tell you that most of the city guard has fallen back to the walls, that the dead have broke the gates in. So that what you take from that is your business. He's a Goliath, but that's the information he gives you.
Gotcha.
What you do with that, entirely your business, but he's going to tell you that's what he said, or that's what they said.
We'd have to go across the bridge again if we wanted to get that way, though. But,
if you're talking to the Goliath, he's going to go, I don't know.
Yeah. You're just kind of talking to the group. We'd have to go the Gold Spires is on the opposite side of the water from where we're at.
So we're gonna have to go into the city then. Well, we're gonna have to go into the city regardless, but.
Yeah, it would be in our best interest to head to the center of the city, though it's walled off.
And meet with the existing or whatever survivors are there.
Yeah, the guards, because they broke the gates inward, so we better head to where they'd probably be handed out, because you've got the gardens and everything else up that way.
While we're sitting here talking, are those things still moving closer to us?
Mm-hmm. But the two big guys are shoving shit in front of them, as we said you're doing, to create space. So
big boxes in the way, so they're shambling into things. So,
I am gonna pay attention. If one of them starts getting a little too close for comfort, I'm gonna take him the fuck out.
I mean, they're all a little too close for comfort. They be biting people and shit. They was definitely like kneeling over dead bodies. I feel like they're all a little too close for comfort.
Within, like close to us.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just not a great descriptor of range.
Said, instead of heading south, we'd probably head west towards the bridge.
Okay. What path are you going to take here? Are you going to go down into the river district and like into the kind of muddy area, or are you going to attempt to stay on like the paved roads?
I would like to stay on the paved roads the best we can.
Well, what I'm trying to do right now is work through like how you're creating space. You're creating distance between you and the things trying to assault you. So that's what we're working through right now.
I think we'd cut through the muddy district
to
an area along closer to the bridge where it's cobbled. Like not necessarily go into the mud all the way, but like cut through it so that when they're following us, they get stuck in the muddy areas.
Okay.
And then we make time and book it back towards the cobblestone and back up towards the bridge.
Sure. Okay. No problem. That being the case, go ahead and make me another dual survival check.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop.
26.
I got a 12, so.
What is that? Split down the middle. 19?
19.
Yeah. There's a 20. 19. Be 19.
Yeah.
Okay. With a 19, 2 group successes. That allows you to, as you're beginning to travel like down into the river district, you pass that first entrance. Like instead of going straight southward or straight northward, you turn immediately and kind of go back towards the Martyr's Gate. You can see that little split that allows you into the river district. You go through there, you try and keep it tight, keep everybody together with your torches. As you make it to that first, what would be a set of stairs down into the river district, you, at the end of your visual range, see what is very clearly another pack of those, like you had run into 7 weeks ago when you were all in the car.
Another packed street, yeah.
Yeah, a very like packed, shoulder to shoulder, shambling street. They do all seem to be shambling towards the bridge into Upper Athkatla.
Okay.
Would you like to change your course? Would you like to get into this group? Do you want to hide yourselves in some way? Like mask yourselves in some way? Is there something you would like to
they're
try?
obviously moving on, right? They haven't like
Yes,
noticed
but
us yet.
they move at 10 feet per
They're
turn.
slow as fuck.
You you move 30 feet per turn.
They're heading towards the bridge, right?
Yeah, no, they're like, you can't see the bridge from the distance that you're out yet, but they're heading in that direction. Correct.
Can we get out to like the little island on the bridge district, where there might be like boats, or not bridge district, but river district? There's that little like cut off island that's only got like 3
And
ways
maybe a
on and
little,
off.
yeah, a little.
See if we can find a dinghy or something over
Sure. Yeah, you could try that. So you cut right instead of going straight forward, or cut northward instead of going westward.
there. Yeah.
When you head northward towards there, you notice that many of the boats are burnt. Make me a investigation check.
Yep. Do you wanna help? You wanna help look there, Ty?
Yeah.
Or do you wanna
Yeah.
look and I'll help you?
I'll help
You're-
look.
Okay.
Because I can. It's still nighttime, correct?
Yeah.
You're.
Yeah. No, it's
I
dark.
can see a little better than he
Yeah.
can.
Sure, it's fine.
So
He's got a torch, he could see, but the mist is pretty thick around you guys. It's if anybody's more than probably 30 feet away from the group, they've disappeared into the mist. You can see them because of the beacon they're holding glowing through the mist, but you can't see them. It just looks like a glowy fucking
I'll
opaque
assist
spot.
him looking, like, let's say he's looking
for
one
it.
direction. I'm searching the other.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna do, if you're in two different directions, it's gonna be two different rolls. It's not gonna be an assist. If you're like looking on the same dock on two different sides, for example, that would be an assist. But if you're if you are on a completely different dock than him, you can't assist him.
No, that's kind of what I meant by like we're looking down each side of the dock, kind
Okay.
of over looking, like double checking each other.
Gotcha.
Per se.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So you can have your assist for a investigation.
Again, yep. So 13 is the best one.
Okay. With 13, you do find one small boat, definitely not big enough to carry all of you.
How far is the stretch between?
It's pretty big. The bridge is about a half mile long.
Yeah, pretty big. You don't wanna.
It's a lot of river, and it's not soft river. It's pretty well moving. The current is pretty thick. It's not necessarily it's rough. It's just that the current is very thick. You'd be fighting current both directions.
We're gonna drift pretty bad.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's a discernible. You guys have lived here for a long time. You know that Athkatla is famous for its fast water.
Not big enough. So we'd have to, if we did that, we'd have to find
Another
either
boat.
one more or another boat. Yeah.
We can continue on down and see if maybe on the way, like we can travel along this embankment here, this bank here, towards the bridge, and see if we find another boat on the way. And if not, we'll just figure out what to do if we reach the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because with how many we've seen so far, I don't think splitting up's going to be a good plan.
No.
Okay. So you want to leave the little island and continue on.
Yeah, continue westward.
Okay.
Along like the dock end to see if we can't find anything.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna like hug the river.
Got you. Okay. As you move along the river district there. You notice that most any boats in this area, the fact that you found one is surprising. They're either broken or half sunk or burnt to fucking charred crisps of barely floating. There are several like slips that just don't have boats in them, and whether or not those were used or they were freed somehow or just simply never had one, you don't know. But no, there are no other boats. You have this one small boat as an option. The southern docks are ablaze on the other end of the bridge,
Yep.
and in front of you appears to be a pack of animals that can smell you. A pack of humans that seem to be smelling you. You noticed it very peculiarly that they sniffed the air before they came after you.
Are they still just kind of like shambling, or are they moving quick?
Well, these ones aren't paying attention. They're moving towards the bridge.
Okay.
The ones from behind that you kind of blocked the path of and then left, you moved away too quickly to know.
Gotcha.
I mean, you move at triple their speed. You are the Tabaxi rogue right now, and they are a normal character.
Yeah.
Fuck Tabaxis. And anybody who plays them.
Feels like to be an extinct race.
You're,
Hunted for their pelts.
Hunted for their belts. Damn.
Somewhere
Somebody
on this planet. No, they're on a floor. Like
Yeah,
a
rug.
bear rug. 100% there's Tabaxi rugs in this motherfucker. I hate Tabaxis. Hate them.
I'm gonna start asking every fucking craftsman I find. You got a Tabasco, bro?
You guys got any Tabaxi rugs in here?
I know they're rare at this point.
Yeah, no, they would be absurdly expensive.
Like,
Yeah, that'd be a very exactly. Yeah. I was gonna say that shit would be like rhino horn.
I just want to see one in person. That's it. I don't even want to buy it. I just want to touch that motherfucker.
A human shaped rug
Yeah.
that's covered in fur. Yeah,
And just be like,
with a stuffed head. Yeah, with a stuffed head like a fucking bear rug. So it's just one thick head at the end.
I just want to look that rug in its bullshit eyes and tell him it got what it deserved.
That's right. We hate Tabaxis around here.
Well, we have two options. We can head back and try and head outside the city.
We still have to cross the river regardless, though. If we do that,
Yeah, but we can do it outside. It's gonna take a day, but like we can walk around.
yeah.
It is an option.
Yeah.
It's a slow ass option, but it is an option. Yeah.
But at the same time, if we do that, we go all the way around the city. We do have the option of cutting straight up around the Builder's Gate
Yeah, but like
and going straight towards the center there. But
yeah.
we're gonna have to skirt the entire city and hope that we don't run into anything out in the open.
I mean, we could always send the people on the small boat real quick and then try and make it a dash across the bridge.
How many people can fit on that boat?
I would say Yule, Sherry, and Asher would be cramped. They could do it, but they'd be cramped.
The two medium-sized creature and the smallest creature.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If we do that, and then me, you, and Ruse book it, I think it's doable. Because then we have Yule there to protect those two. Asher can see.
Yeah.
Even if a torch goes out, he can at least somewhat see.
We don't have to carry shit.
Well, Yule's mace doesn't go out. If he ignites it, it stays ignited.
Yeah, and we don't have to.
Yule's got a forever light.
Yeah, we don't have to carry Sherry around, so.
And then us three, we can just book it, and if we have to fight, the three of us are probably the best for it.
Yep.
We'll pick our fights wisely, at least. But
splitting the party, I love it.
Is there any like crappy wooden doors?
There's crappy wooden remains of boats.
That's something.
No, I want
like a
something
flat place of wood.
Yeah, like a flat place of wood. I'm gonna make two giant fucking shields.
Oh, and you two are just gonna battering ram through everything.
Yeah.
You could definitely rip doors off hinges.
Yeah.
There are businesses and houses near us.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely buildings. You could rip doors off hinges.
the kid off in there. I'm gonna take Ruse to rip some doors off real quick.
I'm gonna give them very specific instructions before they set off, though.
Yeah.
What are they?
The tide is going to take them. They're going to drift. Try, and I'm assuming we're still. How far
We're
up
up.
from the bridge are we in the river district? Are we
So
like?
where it says River District, right there.
Where that little line is under it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's where we are.
where the little line is. I would say you're off the island now because you guys were searching continuously down the
Okay,
coastline
yeah,
for boats.
yeah.
So you would have come off.
Yeah,
it a
we're
little
gonna have to go back to the island for that boat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell them that when they put in
Go
or
for
when
the
they start
bridge
going
district.
at the river district, try to on either side of the bridge. We'll find them one way or another. To land the boat as close to the bridge as possible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we have to, we can always suicide dive off the side of the bridge and jump into the
Fucking
water.
take the swim, yeah.
Yeah. Will we survive? I don't know, but we can always try.
Fuck it, we ball.
Will we survive? I don't know. Okay. I like the plan. Yeah. Okay.
This is the most planning we've ever done in D&D.
It actually is, and I'm very surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, so
Ready for it.
You send the three, Sherry, Asher, and Yule. And Yule seems very concerned to leave Ruse, by the way. He seems very concerned, but
Before we send them, we're gonna get the doors first.
that's fine.
Have them watch as we fasten two doors into.
I want to be
movable
100% prepared to just book it before they.
Okay.
Before
I
they
want to
get
clarify
the
that this
faster.
bridge is about a half-mile long.
Yep.
From one end to the
Alright,
other.
bring it
You are
first.
currently about a half-mile from said bridge, and there is a horde of zombies in front of you.
Yep.
I want to clarify this ahead of time.
Yes.
They are also very scent driven. I gave you that information.
Yep.
Okay. And our idea is to battering ram through them.
I've got more. I've got more ideas.
Okay.
We need the shields.
Okay. Yeah. Go. Make me. I want to say. We'll say sleight of hand. How are you making them? Are you just picking up
literally
doors?
Just picking up doors and like trying to tie rags to either side to lift off. They don't need to be wieldy. They're not meant to be hand shields. They're just literally meant to be like big slabs of wood that we can hold on one side and push.
I'll assist in this, and I'll use portions of my rope tied around the door tightly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can make a
2 up and down sections of rope around lengthwise of the door, so they can
what do I
grab
want
on
to
both
call
hands.
this check though? I guess survival. Like, I want to say performance because you're like making something, but it's not really art. It's like a.
Not really, yeah. I'd say survival.
It's like a crafted item. I'm gonna call it
Sleight of
survival.
hand's usually a craft.
Sleight of hand for my knots.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, fuck it. I'll let it. Yeah.
But sleight of hand would be an interesting one.
Yeah, you may sleight of hand. Fuck it. That's fine. I'm good for sleight of hand.
21.
Okay. With a 21, you secure those feel like really good knots to you. You know, you've tied better, yeah, but they feel pretty good.
I feel like they'll do the job.
These are strong guys. You never know.
I'm gonna flick one and say, I ain't going nowhere.
It'll hold her. Yeah.
That'll do it.
Before we send them off, how many did you say was in the one that was following us? The really slow ones?
About 12 to 15, maybe, from what you could see.
Before we send them off, we need to lure those guys over here and kill them.
Well, how far off were they? I mean, because we were moving pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you bolted away from them. You would have to go back and look for them.
Yeah, we can go back and find them. But yeah, then we need to go back and find them and kill them real quick. But I want to have the cleric with us before we do that, or before we send them off.
Okay. Make me a survival check then.
Yep. 22.
Okay, yeah, with a 22, yeah, it only takes you a few minutes. As you're walking through the wood, or I'm sorry, as you're walking through the mist with your wooden door, is what I meant to say.
Mhm.
Uh, you actually end up bumping into one of them, and he like falls over.
Well, the shield works.
All right, we need to slaughter these things real quick.
Joke's on you. It's a +3 mahogany door.
Oh my god.
No.
Crafted so good.
Listen, if we could have added spikes to it, I fucking would have. Don't have the time.
Fair. So, what are you gonna do to slaughter this crowd?
Daggers.
Yeah, just start cutting through them.
Okay.
Everybody going ham on them.
Sure.
Actually.
Everybody beats the shit out of them. They all have like 11 HP, so I'm not gonna make you guys roll for fucking 12 people for 11 HP
One
each.
attack.
Yeah, one attack each.
Um,
So everybody makes it through it fine. You know, nobody's harmed. They're so fucking slow, it doesn't matter. And
Step back after you hit one.
yeah,
when we're done, we're gonna fucking throw their nastiness on the shields.
I'm also going to take the arm of one.
Just because he can. You can give
Because I
somebody a hand.
can. They go by scent.
You're gonna be
Well,
really
y'all-
handy.
I'm going to throw that bitch later.
You're gonna be really handy.
they don't. So, make me an intelligence check.
So no, Bernard, being the hunter that he is.
16.
Yeah.
With a 16, you would be able to gather and put together that they're not hunting dead things.
Yeah. But the gore is gonna go all over the shields.
Okay, I mean that's an interesting choice with it.
Yeah.
The other option is we can cover ourselves too.
Well, I also want to mention that there's like a hanging mist rain in the air that is making everything wet.
Yep.
So it's going to make the door very pungent, yes.
Mhm.
But you in and of yourself are also going to smell, and you would know that having hunted that you can cover the tree next to you in deer piss, but the deer's still going to smell you.
Are these
Yeah.
undead wearing clothes?
Some of them. Yeah.
Can we take strips of their clothes and like tie it to the shields and stuff like that? Because those things are gonna
I'd
reach.
put it on. Yeah,
above
would
the
have to put
head.
it on us. No, I'd wear their. Just put their clothes on top of yours.
Yeah. Just some kind of.
That's
masking.
nasty.
It might not be great, but it
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
are
just
nasty.
Take their shirt off, put it on top of yours, and cover the shield with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody manages to, so far as they believe, mask themselves and mask their scent pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
At
you
least
want-
somewhat.
Yeah, you feel pretty confident. You know, as a matter of fact, I'll have you do a roll and we'll see how confident you feel. Let me have you do, as odd of a check as this seems, a nature check.
A nature. check.
Nature. I don't even know where the fuck that one is. Give me a minute here. There it is.
Yeah.
How's a 22?
22 will do all right.
I have +5 in nature for some reason.
It's
'Cause of your
intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird being. Well, actually, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you, with your 22 in a nature, you feel like you've done a pretty good job covering yourself. As you're putting their clothes on, it dawns on you these will probably cover your exposed skin in blood or something of some sort to mask the scent, because that's where your
Smells come from the most.
it's where they're least hidden by other, but you know, like you, as you sweat, your clothes absorb said sweat and then exude smell from them, right? You're covering up the clothes, but then you also sweat from your forehead, you sweat in your hair, you sweat in
We're pretty
your
much
facial hair.
Coating ourselves in their.
Yeah,
grossness.
it dawns on you in the process of covering yourself that you need to cover your entire self in their viscera. So you feel like you have successfully done so. You feel very confident in this. Now you would like to send Asher, Yule, and Sherry across in the dinghy that you found, right? The small boat. Okay. The big guys push them off, and Yule grabs the oars and begins to paddle and get them as close to credit. But as soon as they leave, you see as soon as they leave, the current takes that boat and it's off into the darkness, disappears. You see his like he gives the mace to Asher to hold up so they can kind of see. But seconds go by, and it fades into the black. The others, what do you do?
We're gonna take the long try and take the long way around the current horde we see towards the bridge.
Okay, so you don't want to go through them. You want to go around them.
We're gonna try and go around them up until we get to the bridge. Like,
okay,
try and avoid them as much as until we can get closer to the bridge.
Running.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys begin your sprint to the bridge, we'll call it. Again, you're sprinting towards those docks. They are on fire. They are propelling smoke into the air.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just dead reek. There's like a dead fish reek. There is the smell of burnt flesh. There is the scent of burnt wood, charred wood. Right, everything's on fire, but to the point when it's everything is so overcooked. Everything is dead. In every sense of the word, what you're smelling is not just death, but destruction at the same time. That's what I was looking for. So right under where it says River District, that line that points down, we'll say that's about where you push them off into the water. And then you head straight south of that to climb back up those steps into the actual city there. They're back on the cobblestones. And you make it along that angled walkway there towards the bridge district. And then as you go and you round the last set of single stack straight buildings, where it's a green one and then 3 brown ones. As you round that edge of the building, you run into the back of that horde again. As you look down into the river district from where you're at, you notice that there is a slant, like an incline that is very muddy and runny. And there's several of these creatures. They're so uncoordinated that as they're trying to climb, they just fall and slide back down and get trampled, and more walk over them and fall and slide. It's just a fucking conveyor belt right now. They're not making any progress upwards. So it looks like that pack, at the very least, is just stuck where it's at. You have reached a different pack that seems to be funneling onto the bridge.
Gotcha. This is where it gets hairy. This is where we're gonna try and.
And from what you can see, the bridge is very well lit. And on the bridge, you see nothing but shoulder to shoulder bodies.
All right.
Well, this is where we're gonna try and push our way through.
And so I want to add this in because I don't have a shield in my hand.
Right.
While we're pushing through, any of them from like behind us that might turn around towards us or anything like that, like aggressively or in front of us that are stalling us, I'm shooting daggers.
Okay, that's fine.
That's about all I can do right now.
We're
It's
not
just rapid
bull
fire
rushing
daggers
through them, I might add. We're slowly pushing into the crowd, like using kind of like parting the waves with the shield at this point. We're not trying to bulldoze our way in.
Yeah.
Okay. So the gold spire looms in the distance. While you're among the crowd for several minutes, its rotating golden glow slows, flickers, and fades. Lightning flashes, thunder cracks, and illuminates the darkening end of this bridge. It's your end of it is fairly well lit, but the other end of it seems to fade into darkness. It illuminates that darkening end of the bridge ahead. The shadow moon, as it's been dubbed, the several months that the moon has not exuded light, seems to be rising in the distance. You can kind of see it. It's almost as if a new moon, like you can see a new moon, even though it's not projecting light back at the earth. You can still see it because of the light that the earth reflects to it. Similar concept. It's you can see it moving up, but it's still not exuding its light. So the tears of Selune are not shedding their light back onto Teril. Hundreds, maybe thousands of dead surround you, of undead, I guess I should say. All flanks are covered, and any escape seems futile. All you can do is push forward, and you do, little by little. You make your progress. A drop of rain falls and hits one of you. We'll say Ty, because he seems to be the one standing slightly back from you, right? So the other two are kind of doing their push forward while he's kind of trying to keep your backs clear, I should say.
Yeah.
Another falls, and another, and the sky just opens up, right? Rain pours and lightning continues to strike well beyond the far city walls, right? Well beyond the far end of the upper city of Athkatla. Both of you can make me a perception check.
10.
12.
Okay. With your 12, you can clearly see that lightning seems to be moving in not a straight, but in a line, progressing towards the Gold Spire. And as you look over to maybe try and quietly relay this information, you see just out of the corner of your right eye, it seems like lightning strikes the Gold Spire, the tallest of the buildings in the compound, I guess I'd call it. I don't know. A bolt then arcs very clearly to the highest point of the Gold Spires. Big loud blast. And that warm glow of the rotating lamp atop the newly smoldering tower does not return, fades into darkness. And that light that you could see the crowds in front of you now is gone. You made it about halfway across the bridge at this point. A faint grayish light. No, I'm sorry. You make it about halfway across the bridge, and you notice that the grouping has become much thicker, and it's become very hard to separate them to push through with the doors. And it seems as if the doors aren't necessarily helping anymore. You can't break them apart. You might have to end up abandoning the doors or holding them overhead or something like that. You could use them later if you needed to. But at this point, it's starting to feel like they're too well packed and progress. They're not moving fast enough for you to continually split them apart. There's just not enough room. So what do you decide to do in this case?
We'll probably leave them.
Okay.
We're too far in.
Do you just drop them where they are? Do you throw them over the sides into the water? Or what do you do with them?
We'll kind of push them and then push them back and just kind of drop them on top of the ones behind us.
Okay. You try and create a little space behind you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you then have to sort of separate. Like you're going to pass between bodies. You know what I'm saying? So you can't all pass the same. Yeah. You can't all pass the same hole. Right. That's the point that I'm trying to show. So there becomes a little bit of gap between you.
Yep.
And I want to mention that I'm assuming you put those torches out.
Yeah, we
so
have them with us.
so you two you as in Bernard and you as in Ruse cannot see.
Yeah, isn't it, the bridge is not lit up anymore?
Only the side that you started on was lit to about
Okay.
the halfway point. What you were seeing beyond that was the carousel, right, of the light. As it spun, it would illuminate everything in front of you, and you could see. And then 10, 15 seconds later, it would come back, and you could see again. And you were working off of what you had
Yeah.
in your head, right? You were, and you could feel what's in front of you. And then it got to the point where you were just making no progress. You're moving inches at a time instead of feet at a time. So you got to the point where abandoning the doors seems like the better option. So you abandon the doors. A faint grayish light begins to radiate. It's very faint. You almost can't see anything in front of you. Anyway, it's not like it made any kind of improvement. But it's almost that same diffused light that if you had spent any time like with a younger sibling, or if you had a child at some point or anything like that, where they would like pretend to hide a book beneath their covers, and they would have a candle, and they would pull the covers over top of it, and it would kind of diffuse the light.
Yeah.
That sort of light, but in more of a grayish, or in a more grayish color, rather than still exuding warm candlelight.
Probably enough for them to see like a foot in front of them.
Yeah, it's very, very, and it's still moving very slowly. And so it's still spinning, but the light is not the same warm light that it was before. All color and all kind of life has been drawn from it. That highest roof on the Gold Spire continues to burn. The grayish, almost opaque light begins to grow, begins to become slightly brighter. You can see maybe 5 to 10 feet in front of you instead of just a foot. And it does not seem to spin anymore. It's just pointed inwards towards the city. Almost directly at the bridge that you're walking across, which is probably strange. Though, I'm sorry, ignore that. And you watch as that flickering peak of the building falls away from the top of the spire, and presumably shattering on the stones hundreds of feet below. Right, you both have been near the tower at the very least. You would know that it's massive. And you can hear it with this echoing crash. Boom, boom, boom. You hear from I don't know what, you probably fucking 3-ish, 4-ish miles away from this building, and you hear the echo. Boom, 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 as part of the building hits the ground. And that light, that kind of lifeless light, devoid of all warmth and hope that it once had, sheds, almost grows, like it sheds from just pointing out of one slot of the lighthouse to multiple slots of the spire, to exuding itself in every direction, and then blasts a grayish beam of light straight into the sky, straight into the thundercloud overhead. And that's where we'll wrap up for the night.
All right.
That's nerve-wracking with us still in the bridge.
Yeah.
I hope so.
No, what's going to be even funnier is the rest of the party is going to come back next week and be like, what the fuck?
What did you do?
What did you do? Everybody except Nick, yeah. Hopefully guys can play next week.
Listen, it's a good plan.
I think it was a great plan. You guys walked right through a crowd of effectively thousands of zombies by covering them. I tried to be real fucking clear when I was like, yeah, he sniffs the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tried to be really fucking clear with it.
We Walking Dead that shit.
I'm glad you did.
It also helped that I rolled a 23 on a nature check.
It did. That was really good. Do you guys have any questions for me? Anything you want to know, anything you're curious about, anything you think a viewer would be curious about, any information you want to know.
Sadly, at the moment,
Like everything I'd want to
no.
know, we would have to figure out next week.
Yeah.
You can still ask me though. Ask, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chuck Fisher.
Find out next time.
Share one with
Yeah.
everyone.
No. Did they?
Uh,
How far
cast.
did they get thrown off course? Things like that.
Yeah, that's something that's something I obviously can't tell you. But there's a lot of questions. You spent 7 months in a fucking jail cell, or 7 weeks in a jail cell.
7 weeks. Yeah. In a jail cell. What's that put us time frame wise then? Like, so we started whenever the barnyardigans escaped and left.
Correct.
We fought our way to the thing. End of the end of that day, whatever. And
Those
now we
motherfuckers
spent
were already out of the country.
7. Yeah, we spent 7 weeks
Yeah.
in a prison.
They were gone. Timeline wise, you as the barnyardigans would be.
We'd be on a ship right now, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I think you're on a boat heading
Towards the Sword
towards. No, the Sword Coast is where Athkatla is. No, you would be on the Sea of Fallen Stars on a boat. I
Yes.
believe at about
When,
this time.
Yeah.
I believe about this time is when Arden and Hikaru die.
Yes.
Oh.
Because you weren't together that long.
Arden was
No.
a short-lived character.
Yeah, unfortunately, because Arden was fun.
Arden was a great character.
Arden was great. Yeah, he died a stupid death.
He tried, man. He tried his best.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, man. Vincent's a heavy sleeper, I guess.
And I'm sorry the rest of the party's assholes and be like, let's not wake up our damage-dealing rogue.
Yeah.
Which is, it's funny because if Vincent was awake, the fight would have been over so fast.
Yeah.
But everyone's just like, I run upstairs. I run upstairs. I run upstairs.
I had Ino Stagnant, and I still had my explosive dagger at the time.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
just taking fucking crossbow shots.
Repeatedly, and tanking a lot of them. But those.
I stayed alive right up until fucking Hikaru decided to fucking charge all the way at them by himself.
That's
Yeah.
why the last time we played on our other campaign, or our other half of this campaign, first time something happened, and I was the first one to wake up, I woke everybody the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your scars. Yeah, you have your scars from your friends
Fucking
dying on a boat. Yeah.
That's why if anything ever happens and you're like, would you really wake somebody up? Yes.
Yes. Motherfucker, yes. Wake everybody up. Like how Hikaru was like, nah, I'll go see what it is. I got this.
I heard a noise. Let me go investigate and let everybody else sleep. I'm so nice.
Because, I mean, what? Me and one other person sank the whole other fucking ship. Me and Sota.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Soda was gone by that point. It was Chroma.
Chroma, yeah, he fucking lit it on fire with his star ring.
Yeah.
Because
Like, if they would have just woken him up, I would have survived.
Yeah, me and him
Like,
were the
we had a
last to
fucking
wake up.
paladin to come and fucking res me
Hellish
in the
review.
first
Hellish
5
review.
minutes.
Hellish review.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anybody with healing within the first fucking 5 minutes.
yeah, it was like 3 rounds of combat were just Arden upstairs alone,
Yeah.
This is
getting
why I find
getting
balance
his
my
shit
focus
rocked
on
by
the fact
crossbows.
and why you're correct on why it would have been so much easier if they woke me up. My first round, I killed 2 fucking people.
Yeah, you walked upstairs and like slashed the
And fucking-
fucking legs of the first guy,
Yeah, slapped the dude standing on the staircase.
and then immediately threw the fucking dagger and killed somebody else. Yeah, and killed several people if I remember right,
Mhm.
or at least damaged them. I think there was like
I killed-
oil or something over there. I don't remember what it was. There was some combination.
I lit a bunch of people on fucking fire.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what it
All
was.
took
Yeah.
sneak attack damage too.
Yeah. And it would have been fine because I tanked all of that. And
You
then
did,
I was
you were
okay
trying.
until like the 4th round in. But like the 4th round in, I was on death saving
you
throws
and
and
Hikaru
nobody.
were already fucking downed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Actually, I think when I got up there, you were already full dead.
I think he was down doing death saves at that point, but he rolled a
He was
fail,
classic
he rolled a
death
success,
save.
and then he rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
And I remember that very specifically, that order.
Mhm.
It was a fail, and we were like, "Fuck!" And you rolled success. You're like, "Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be okay." And then you rolled and before the dice actually rolled, I was like, "Watch it be a natural 1."
And it was.
That was my Babe Ruth calling his homeroom, which by the way never happened. I just another historical thing that never really happened. It's a myth. But I still think that's funny as hell.
Listen, I'm just happy with this session. It was good.
For Lee to fall asleep in the middle of it, yeah, no, it was fine.
Hey,
I think you guys did great. Yo, absolutely he did.
Listen, this is the most rogue thing I've done as a rogue.
Yeah.
I made a fucking lockpick out of a spoon.
Sure, yeah, I mean that's pretty roguey. I like it. And I think you just being you two, which I normally don't like to play with 2 people when we started with 3, which is fine. He just happened to fucking, he's sick or he fell asleep or whatever it is. I mean, the dude's fucking recovering from spinal injury. I get it. I've been there. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. So I'm not holding him or anything. I feel like I'm not mad at him or all shit happens. He's been up since like 1 a.m. He said because he got kneed in the chest by Stephanie, which is funny as hell. So, it's no big deal at all. You know what I mean? I'm not bothered by it. He's all right. I normally don't like to play with 2 people because you have to piggyback 3 characters, right? That's rough. And you guys also have an NPC to carry with you, right? You have Sherry.
We did that very successfully.
Absolutely. You guys did great. You took charge. You communicated together. That was very well done between the 2 of you. If we had that across the board, everyone doing that quality of like communicating with each other, saying things. Because if I'm telling you something specifically, you do a perception check. You then have to say, and I tell that to everybody else. That way, everyone knows. Otherwise, only you canonically have this information. And it doesn't make sense for then 5 minutes later, the guy on the other end of the fucking group to go, well, yeah, I'm going to do this now based on this guy's information because he doesn't have it, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of like communication and interconnectivity is important, and I'm glad that you 2 are getting it very well. Lee contributed when he was here very well too. He even jumped in.
I got him to interact.
Yeah, we'll call it a success.
Like, getting better.
We'll call it a success. Nick would have said penis fart or something.
Yeah.
I feel like he enjoys being in the smaller group.
I feel he fucking, as soon as Nick starts drawing it off into weird shit, like Lee does weird shit, but like it's one of those things that I think it just leads him off after a while.
Listen, I like that the Goliath is now his pet. I fucking love that.
He's got a weird sense of humor too, but it's just one of those things that like I think as soon as the group starts in there, Lee just shuts up.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think everybody did good.
Yeah, it was fun.
So nobody has any other questions for me, right?
No, none that I can answer right now.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna go raid down to IRP like usual.
What?
Over already?
We just finished, actually. We're a minute early. Yes, it is.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I can't raid them. They have their raids turned off, which is weird.
No. Are they going right now?
Yeah, they're streaming right now. Those are the guys that I have raided for 3 fucking years.
Yeah, that's what I say. I was like, it's weird, like that you can't. But like, I was like, do they even?
I'll just find somebody else that's streaming, I guess.
I guess.
Yes. Please somebody that's not playing 2D. I hate 2D.
Unfortunately.
They're speaking English. It's perfect.
Go.
Crawling Dragon Tavern. It's such a long name. Aha, we're rated. Great. Okay, cool. If you're here, we appreciate you. Watch past sessions on YouTube. We'll see you later. Have a good night.